Hello, hello friends, happy first day! Yippee!
Wow.
I hope you've been having a good week so far. Hello, it's me again, Lune. We're playing Robotics Notes. The game where I famously... Yeah, the game where I famously become a strict parent and start yelling at kids. The science adventure games. Hi there, Seda. Hope you are having a great day.
Yeah.
Hope you're having a chill old time. I have my controller in front of me in case we need to do more robot wrestling. And yeah, we're doing fun. Yeah, we're doing ROBO-ONE, which means that we're doing robot wrestling. Can't wait.
ただいまよりROBO-ONE41 The Sky High Burning 優勝決定戦を行います。
Sky High Burning. Why does I am saw you were streaming, so if I get puppy for a little lurk, hope you have fun. Thank you. Feel free to lurk around. You are free to just take a seat and chillax. That is what I'm here for.
まずは青コーナーより中央種子島高校ロボ部種子島新3回入場。
Yeah. The music is really loud. Just turning it down a little bit. There we go. The finals ring sits in the center of the arena, illuminated by spotlights. It's extremely hard to miss. We walk across the elevated passageway and toward the ring. I can hear the cheers coming from the bleachers loud and clear despite the size of the arena. It's amazing that there are so many people willing to cheer for some no-name high schoolers. Or maybe they're just cheering because they're just fans of Misane? Perhaps. Whatever the case may be, I can feel my heart racing in response to the cheers. Somehow we managed to advance all the way to the grand finals, but I'm not really sure how to feel. Yeah, I think I'm finally starting to get fired up after all this time. The amount of attention you get on a stage like this is unlike any other. The crowd's hype is infectious. But on the other hand, the ticking time bomb is like a lump in the back of my throat, holding me back from actually getting into it. I'm trying to be optimistic, hoping that I won't have an attack because I've made it this far without one. But that's the same reason why I'm dreading the very real possibility that I might have one in the middle of the final match. I don't know, man. I don't know about this, fam. I really don't know. I'm scared.
その画期的操作システムとオペレーターヤシオカイトのクロート然とした冷静な操縦でついに決勝まで上り詰めてきたぞ。果たして9年前の栄光を再現できるのか。
But it's also like, it's one of those things where it's like, they have to win because otherwise the game can't happen. Like, just like from a meta perspective. They have to win. You know?
Yep.
No shit. I can sense the loneliness in her words, but I decide not to think too deeply about that right now. I want to avoid any unnecessary drama before the match.
続いて赤コーナーよりROBO-ONE39 ROBO-ONE40 チャンピオンミスタープレアデスと M45 入場。
Not Subaru. It's just Subaru. Oh, it's killing me. It's just Subaru.
Don't
like
do
it's
rules
just
to play on this.
Yeah. It's just
He would
Subaru.
never.
Like that's just Subaru, bro. He's wearing a mask and an absurd outfit, calmly waving to the crowd.
ROBO-ONE に現れた彗星すべてを吸い込む恐るべき舞。その悪魔の手から逃れられたものはなし。その正体は未だ謎だがしかしその強さはもはや誰もが知っている。
Oh, we have no idea who he is. And Aki just raises her arm. He's my underclassman in school. He's like a really annoying little bitch.
You expect Aki to recognize him and accept it.
Yeah. Please. Please tell me she recognizes him here. Like, one thing is a photo. Also, he doesn't talk.
He does.
Okay. Can I just say how funny it is how he makes fun of her for liking mecha anime, and then he dresses straight out of fucking Gundam. He's starting to mutter something. Oh boy, this boy.
About real robots.
They're not real. Is this some kind of mind control? Should I be covering my ears right now?
真の女神の祝福により我400光年の彼方よりここに降臨 I am
Hello, Talon. How are you doing?
Mr. Player です
Aki.
Did she do it too?
Yes.
Oh, you Aki! Whose team are you on? Aki!
She's just a fun girl.
Aki! What the heck is this? I'm getting goosebumps, and not in a good way. He's like, ugh, is this Valheim? Yeah, definitely
Yes.
Valheim. The fact that all the spectators are doing it with him is the only thing keeping me grounded.
Only
When I
Valheim
remember
until
that
they
the
stream.
insider is Hidaka-kun, I start feeling really agitated. Yeah. Oh, frame perfect input. Okay. Fighting games to press a button once at a specific targeted frame. This applies to consecutive inputs as well. As long as the input was intentional and performed with correct timing, it's considered frame perfect. Insider. A term most commonly used in reference to the voice actor behind a character. Also used when referring to people who are deeply affiliated with a business or an organization. It's said that a line from a certain manga, there's no insider voicing them, is the origin of this phrase. Okay.
本物のミスタープレイヤーでした。行こうかな。
そのサインって
Whose side are you on? Whose side are you on? Tap like other. It's like Yahoo auctions, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taboo auction. Yes. Fictional. The name of an online auction service ran by a major web search engine, Taboo, known formerly as Taboo Auction. However, its user base continually refers to the website by the abbreviation TabAuc, which led to it becoming its official name in 2016. After paying a membership fee, the website allows users to sell and bid on a variety of products. This is actually something that happened in real life with the Yahoo auctions. It's just called Yahoo right now. So, that's some fun trivia. And you have no loyalty.
And boo.
At least you're pretending not to notice.
Yeah.
Is this some kind of prank? I'm gonna be real pissed if they're messing with me just before the finals. That's clearly Subaru! I call out to Mr. Pleiades.
Yeah.
君、日高くんでしょ
He really thought no one recognized him. Oh, that's so embarrassing. Oh, that's so embarrassing. No. No.
カイ、まだそんなこと言ってるの？
Hi, you silly new girl. That's not.
いや、だってどう見ても日高くんだし。昨日は画像だけだったから確信なかったけど、これだけ近くで見たら間違いないよ。ねえ、日高くん。日高？日高ってうちの学校の2年の日高だ？
Yes, that one.
ミッチーならわかるよね。ん？
These are the two worst people. Michi squints as he looks carefully at play. I love how, like, this is what I like about the 3D models, that they can just kind of flip them. Yeah, it's very fun. He eventually turns and starts laughing at me.
日高がこんなところにいるわけないだろうに。アホだな。
They're so dumb.
That's not what I was asking! That's the exact same way that Akio reacted yesterday. Am I being punked? But why?
カイ、もしかして緊張しすぎでテンパってる？わかるよ。うちもさ、さっきから手がすごく震えて
Oh
るもん。
my god.
Oh my god, Aki, please. Bub, 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 bub. I love go see modes. Bub, 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 bub. If I want any mode for that, man. This update for Valheim is really weird. Yeah, it's the robot update.
It's they went to the future. That they
Yeah.
got such much updates. Yeah, in the future
持っ
now.
てくればよかったね。
For some reason, Akiho is pitying me.
カイにいいこと教えてあげる。顔に仮面をつけてる人は高貴な身分の人しかいないんだよ。
That's not how that works. What in the world is this no good president talking about?
いいから試合に集中した方がいいぞ、ヤシオ。受験と同じだ。これ豆知識な。
That's not a
What in the world is this no good advisor going on about? I'm just about done with all this.
That's a
ねえ
mood.
日高君、プレアデスだかなんだか知らないけどさ、そんなくだらない格好してないで、ちょっとそのマスク取ってみてくれない？
おっと中央種子島高校ロボ部がなんとチャンピオン相手に挑発だ。これはチャンピオン切れていいぞ。
Yeah, but he's like, I know Hidaga's personality. I don't think he was expecting to get recognized. I feel like he's gonna flip.
私は日高などではない。
It's so obvious. It's so obvious that it's him. It's so cringe. He even has the animation. He even has the animation. No.
Yep.
It's pretty easy to see that he's a little embarrassed. He's really pushing it. This whole thing is basically school play quality.
こんな茶番に付き合えって。アキちゃんやミッチーも
I love when they move at the same time.
騙す？
Okay, she's not. Akio's a horrible liar. Which means she seriously doesn't notice.
まあ別に何でもいいんだけど。たださ、島での日高君とは随分キャラ違わない？何のことかわからない。
Doesn't look like I'm getting through to him. I don't want my focus broken by something this dumb either. If this is how he wants to do things, fine. Be my guest.
両者準備して。
Yes, sir. Akio places the honorary press in the ring and turns his power on. What is this thing? Pleiades' robot, M45, isn't much larger than the press. It's also a lightweight model, which means it's gonna rely largely on grabbing and throwing. I watched his matches in the semifinals, so I'm more than aware of his strategy. That's actually smart. Its thin arms are deceptively strong. As soon as I get in range, they'll overpower me. Once that happens, presses get tossed straight to the ground. Despite being lightweight, I've seen it throw around heavyweight robots without breaking a sweat. I've also got a good handle on Pleiades' strategy after watching the semifinals. His style is definitely more proficient than the other operators. Thus far, he's constantly waited for his opponent to strike, then countered whenever he had the opportunity. Get too close and you'll get grabbed and taken for a ride. I love this robot, he looks silly. Grab! Fighting game technology. An attack that takes hold of the opponent, locking them in place. This can lead into pummels, which are repeated low damage attacks on the opponent while they're still grabbed, throws, or other moves depending on the game. There are some games where a character's grab range is disproportionate to the character's animations, leading to grabs being successful despite the opponent not appearing to be in range. Oh man. Come on. There we go. The problem is that I can't attack unless I get close. In terms of functionality, press is at a disadvantage, as usual. I'll start things off by watching him carefully. Akio gently places her hand on top of mine, the one holding the Pokecom.
カイならきっと大丈夫。
She says it like she's comforting a child. Aren't I supposed to be the guardian here?
アキちゃんに言われても信憑性に欠けるな。
よかった。変な緊張はもう解けたみたいで。
I didn't say that Mr. Pleiades' true identity is Hidaka Subaru because of nerves. I'm not letting this go! I will die on this hill!
ここまで来られた。だからあともう一回だけ勝っちゃおう。
Well, whatever. Her baseless, ridiculous optimism is what makes Akiho who she is.
そしたらもういらない部活扱いされることもなくなるはずだから。勝とうね、カイ。勝って胸を張って島に帰ろう。
ありがたいお言葉どうも部長さん。ま、せいぜい頑張ってみるよ。
But these are just words of consolation. Akiho's encouragement doesn't resonate with me. Looks like I'm really gonna have to compete in the finals with this ticking time bomb still active. I take a deep breath and clutch my Pokecom tightly.
それでは優勝決定戦を始めます。
Let's go.
青、種子島新3回。赤、M45。レディー。
Wait. He didn't... If I remember
Yes.
right. He didn't yet use his suicide move, right?
Like
The-
the robot?
Yeah, with the get on his butt and...
I don't think so.
Right, he didn't use it against Mr. Spinny Guy. He just kind of punched him with an uppercut, right? I'm just thinking that this is probably where it's
Yeah.
gonna be busted out, you know?
ファイ。
Fight! As soon as the round begins, I have to press strafe around M45 without getting too close as I watch it carefully. Meanwhile, M45 immediately advances to the center of the ring, stops and tries to confront the press head on.
さあ M45 はあえてリングの真ん中に陣取った種子島新の攻撃を誘っているぞ
Because if it means that when you get into his range you'll get grabbed and thrown out, right? That means that he'll have to use the special move to like knock him straight off. Because he can't grab someone who's on the ground. Barreling towards him. You know?
Yep.
So it has to be, this is where he uses it. It's pretty obvious what he's trying to do. He wants to grab me as soon as I get in range, right? So he's turtling? If this is a fighting game, he'd totally be getting ravaged by the crowd right now. But either way, this is a problem. I don't have too many options here. M45 spreads his arms out like it's trying to taunt me even more. What a cringe! Why is this robot so cringe? They're so long! Long arms! Oh! Sorry, it's so weird. M45's arm length is even more apparent when it stretches out like that. Its arm span is probably longer than its height. Yeah! Plus, judging by how bulky they are, Pleiades probably loaded them up with all sorts of gimmick. Just thinking about them puts a huge amount of strain on me mentally. Uh-oh. An extraordinary amount of pressure. With M45's long arms spread out in this narrow ring, I have nowhere to go. I can either jump out of the ring or enter its range. Either way, I'm on a one-way trip to hell. He clearly has a good grasp on zoning. Not bad, Hidaka-kun. Pleiades. However, M45 has one glaring flaw. It's slow. Going by its walking speed, it's super slow for a lightweight robot. Heck, it may even be as slow as Devil Stronger. Yeah, like Devil Stronger was a chunker.
アキちゃん、なんで向こうのロボってあんなにもっさりしてると思う？
サーボモーターの設計かな。スピードよりトルク重視なんだよ。
Ah. Like, yeah.
パワーがあるってこと。
Yeah. It's gonna bonk right into you. Huh, I see. Makes sense for a robot that primarily utilizes throws. Yeah, it doesn't need to move fast because it needs you to move into its range. So it would have basically no idea to try to avoid an attack, right? It's like, oh yeah, you come over here, I'm gonna bear hug you, basically. It's almost like a grappling build, isn't it? Like basically, specifically like standing in place and allowing people to come into your range so you can grab them.
Yep.
Yeah.
ファイ。
Fight! The referee motions
Fight
for us
off.
to be more proactive. Fight! But M45 barely moves a muscle. I love that. It just stands in the center, following my movement in a circular motive, except it's not keeping up. It's way too slow. I might be able to circle around so it's back pretty easily. No harm in trying. Let's give it a shot. Before the opponent can change directions, I managed to circle around its blind spot. Perfect timing. Talk about an easy cross-up. I'm pretty much free to do whatever I want. I could throw him, I could... Okay, let's see. I hear Pleiades snicker. He's way too calm for someone completely vulnerable. What's going on? This is a trap. I try to put some distance between us as I smell something fishy. That's when M45 makes a bizarre move. With its hip joint as an axis, its upper body spins 180 degrees. Fuck, I see. It doesn't really have a back because the top half can just spin. Makes sense. I let my guard down because the robot looks human, but these aren't humans. They're designed to do things humans can't. I'm backed into a corner. M45's bulky arms draw near. At this rate, I'm gonna get grabbed. Oh. Get him! I quickly dish out some punches with both arms in order to deflect M45's scraps. The moment I see him staggered, I try to put some distance between us. But before I can do anything, M45 motions like it's about to fall over, then grabs onto me with it has like a feint move, basically. Crap. By the time I realize what's happened, he's on top of me like some kind of wrestler.
Down!
He's basically a wrestler.
これが M45 とミスタープレアデスの強さだ。
I don't know, man. This
視覚ゼロの全方位迎撃。一度前に入った獲物は決して逃さないのだ。さあ、早くも種子マシン絶対絶命。
What do you mean? It got downed once. You have to get downed thrice to lose. What are you talking about? I guess it's just dramatics. This commentator is really starting to piss me off. His voice echoes so loudly that it's hurting my ears.
いいか、ヤシオ。先生が平常心とは何かについて。
ミッチー黙っててくんない。
何を？
でもカイ、これじゃ近づけないよ。
I lightly shrug my shoulders as I use my poker gun to stand to press back up.
まあ、やりようはあるよ。リスキーではあるけどね。
If he doesn't have any blind spots, then this is the only way.
どうするの？
掴む暇を与えない。
Yeah.
種子マシン3回。ワンダウンで試合再開します。
The referee announces the match's continuation. Bye! If that thing has no blind spot, that means it doesn't matter what direction I attack from. I'll just break through with a full frontal assault. Keep in mind, this isn't some last-ditch effort. The key to everything, once again, is M45's slow movement speed. Basically, my plan is to attack several times before I can get grabbed. While it seems similar, this isn't a hit-and-run strat either. Once I attack, I'm staying until M45 is downed. This is gonna be an all-or-nothing game of chicken. Time to begin my approach.
さあ、種子マシン、いきなり正面からバカ正直に突進した。これは投げてくださいと言っているようなもんだぞ。危ない。
Abunai! The patient M45 attempts to grab the press. Slow. So slow that I should be able to slip away. Without a second thought, I charge him without stopping. And dun dun dun. I'm so good at clicking on buttons. Don't yell the moves! Hello, Kiwi! How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, and thank you so much for the follow! I can't believe she's just yelling out our move. He's down! Ooh.
なんだ今のは。種子マシンの流れるような連続攻撃。今のは本当にホビーロボットの動きなのか？
Yes, just everyone controlling them was ass shit.
一気に4、5回の攻撃を M45 に食らわせたぞ。
Bunk, 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 bunk.
しかも時間すら与えなかった。まさに電光石火。
Yeah, that's a pretty good translation. I love this game. Akio pumps her fist into the air. Come on, I got one down. That's it. Take it down a notch, please. My start worked, but I doubt Hidaka play at this will fall for it twice. He's gonna counter it next time for sure. I can't let my guard down yet. I start trying to focus again. My anxiety is still more than present. The reason being the time bomb instance inside of me, obviously. I can't predict when I'll get an attack. It just happens without warning. I certainly wish I could predict them, though. Oh, that's not good. The only thing I know for certain is that I'm more likely to have one when I'm sick, under stress, or emotional. And you're all free, I guess. But I can only speak from experience. I have no idea if those things actually really have any relation or not. I guess it depends. In less than 10 minutes, this match will come to an end. I hope I can hold out until then.
M45 ワンダウン種子島シン3回ワンダウンで試合再開ファイト
Should I wait and see, or should I try to ride this wave of momentum? I'm thinking the former is the right move here. Hidaka, player, this seems oddly calm. It's too risky to go in without a plan. I should wait for him to make it. Ah, boom! I'm very smart. I immediately take evasive action. A lightning-fast piercing strike just barely graces the press. I should be out of range. Hell, I should be so far that I'm not even close to being in range. Leados used a high-speed piercing attack from that far away. Another one. This time I failed to dodge the attack. No! The press takes a hit dead on and goes flying out of the ring. No! I don't know, this seems kind of like skirting the rules a little bit, but... It is basically just a pull cue, you're right. Sasuga! I'm sorry. I can't with this commentator. Sasuga Shisho! I was about to say, like a fucking spear. Yeah, I was wondering. M45 shot would look to be a spike out from the tip of its arm. This long-range attack far exceeded the M45's throw range. That's how he knocked Press out of the ring, but where did that range even come from? The spike was fired from an insane distance, especially when you consider M45's design. There's no way it reached me from that far away, but it did. Yeah. M45 can rotate its upper body 180 degrees. If it stops at the 90-degree point, M45 gains an additional shoulder width worth of distance. It's only a few centimeters, but that goes a long way. The more skilled the opponent, the more effectively you can use that extra distance. It's key for M45 to bait its prey into entering its range. This prompts the prey to try and strike from outside. The closer the opponent is to M45's range, the more effective those extra centimeters become. If the opponent eventually lowers their guard thinking they're out of range, they become an easy prey for the pile bunker. Yeah. There's no point to my wait-and-see approach. I knew he'd end up adapting to my strategy. Or maybe he came prepared, expecting his opponent to use a strategy like mine. His hidden weapon completely makes up for M45's lack of speed. Whatever, man. That's what I feel too. Whatever you want, sweetie! Akiho rushes the honorary press back to the ring. Meanwhile, I wipe the sweat off of my cheek. Is it just the heat from the lights above, or is it the hype from the audience? Or maybe I'm finally feeling backed into a corner and getting nervous as a result. It feels like we're at a deadlock. I'm not gonna be able to avoid that pile bunker so easily. How many times can this thing strike consecutively? It has a huge attack range, yet it doesn't leave many openings. My reaction speed is good enough to deal with it easily, but the press isn't fast enough to evade that pile bunker. Even if I can react in just 8 frames, it still won't be enough. I need to finish the command input in 1 or 2 frames in order for press to have time to dodge. I guess I could also predict the move beforehand, but reading your opponent like that is a huge gamble. Even if you manage to evade him once, there's no guarantee you'll be able to do it a second time.
M45 ワンダウン種菓子マシン3回2ダウン次種菓子マシン3回がダウンすると3ノックダウンで負けになります
Yeah, like I think that he's gonna basically knock down play at us one more time, and then it's gonna come down to the special attack. What can the press and I do? What options do we have to get close while avoiding the pile bunker?
ではファイ
There's no time to think. The match resumes. If I stall for too long, the pile bunker will come flying. I just have to play footsies until I find an opportunity to close the gap. I control the press with those thoughts at the front of my mind. Just then I'm hit with the feeling that something's off. The controller response is slow. No, it's on the other end.
っていうか動きがおかしい。
左足さっき落ちた衝撃で関節が詰まっちゃったんだ
The press's left leg is behaving abnormally. It walks its way down and its movement is really stiff. Now 4 times. Why didn't Akiho check the press when she stood him up in the ring earlier? This is no different than just standing still. It's like I'm asking him to shoot me with the pile bunker. Just then, Mr. Pleiades murmurs something. His voice is so low that the audience can't hear it, but I can perfectly clearly.
がっかりですよ、先輩。
There it is. He's noticed a malfunction on our end, and M45 immediately begins twisting its body, aiming its pile bunker at press. I'm not going to be able to dodge this. It's over. No! Special move! But oddly enough, out of the 2 days I've spent here at ROBO-ONE, right now, I'm the most hype I've ever been. Right then. Oh. Oh no. My heart begins to throb in pain as if it's being squeezed tight by an ice-cold hand. Simultaneously, everything around me begins to move in slow motion. All the sound in the world has vanished. All 5 of my senses have sharpened considerably. I'm having an attack. What a pain in the ass. I hate to admit it, but I'm actually pretty lucky that it picked now of all times to blow up on me. My mind is clear. It's cold. My body temperature is dropping at an alarming rate. It feels like my blood has gone from boiling hot to ice cold. My body feels strangely heavy. It's almost like I've dived into the ocean. The air feels thick and viscous. Amidst all this calm flow, there's only silence. It's suffocating. I can't breathe. This is why it feels like I'm submerged in water. I'm swimming through the silent, soundless void without breathing. This moment feels eternal. I can drift through the slow-motion world, experiencing the same pain you'd feel while suffocating. Due to an invisible opposing force, I too can only move in slow motion. Slow-mo. That's what I call my attack. Of course I named it myself. It's the exact opposite of Akiho's attacks. Her fast forward allows her to see time compressed, whereas my slow-mo allows me to see time expanded. During an attack, I see 1 second of time stretched out to about 30 seconds, apparently. It's considered another form of elephant mouth syndrome, but even the doctor that diagnosed me wasn't sure how it worked. The reason why everything is moving in slow motion right now is simply because my senses have been acutely sharpened. The real world itself hasn't actually changed. A second is still a second, but within that single second, I can process 30 seconds worth of thoughts and reactions. For example, it takes me 0 frames to do what used to take me 4. I can even input a full command in 1 frame. And that explains why he's being accused of cheating. This might have happened before, right? The PAL bunker that M45 just fired looks like it's frozen in space. If I confirm its trajectory, I can cover from my disadvantage just fine. In my current condition, I have more than enough time to predict and evade. But I can't breathe. It feels like I'm hanging on to life by a thread, and it terrifies me. I desperately try to supply oxygen to my lungs, but my body won't respond the way I want it to. Deep within my heart, I continue to plead for release from this pain. I've locked onto my target. There's still distance between us. I won't be able to cover it during slow-mo. Everything around me isn't frozen like I am, but I do have one method available to me, a way to close the distance more speedily than to walk forward normally. I grip my teeth in pain. No matter how hard I try, I can only move at the same speed as the rest of the world. I put every ounce of energy I have into this. I urge my fingers to react. Then after a short delay, the fingers around my Pokécom start to move. There's an actual sense of latency between my mind and my body. But there's nothing I can do about it. The tip of the pile bunker draws ever closer to the press, but I've already input the command to dodge it. The honorary press steps to the side, and the pile bunker grazes the surface of the press's arm. I just barely managed to evade M45's attack. Oh, but it's already in a position to fire again. The first shot was from its left arm, the second shot comes from the right. Does that mean they can only fire 2 consecutive shots? Its aim is spot on. M45 locks onto the press after it's dodged the first shot. Here comes shot number 2. The spike once again moves very slowly, which allows me time to dodge it. Nope. Since it can only fire in a straight line, there's nothing to fear as long as it's off by a few tenths of a millimeter. I just barely dodged the second spike and faced the defenseless M45 straight on. The distance between us has barely changed. M45 is still far, far away. There's no way I'll be able to hit him at this distance.
奇襲技に近いからここぞっていうところでしか使っちゃダメだよ。
Here we go! And then it's gonna come down to the last one, I suppose. I never expected Akiho's lame idea to be useful at a time like this. It almost feels like fate, but I can't say I'm a fan of that. Time to end this once and for all. Easy game. Wow, what a difficult special move, bro. Woo! Input commenced perfectly in the final round of ROBO-ONE. I got an achievement. Oh, I'm so good. I'm so good. I'm a gamer. As soon as I finish inputting the command, the flood of noise comes rushing back to the arena. The flow of time finally returns to normal. The fake texture of the air vanishes. I can finally breathe again, freeing me from the suffering. And the honorary press has already completed its transformation. It's sitting on the floor with its legs stretched out. The motors and the wheels attached to its bottom begin to spin, and then it shoots forward. Yeah. The press performs a high-speed sliding tackle on the M45. Both robots are sent flying out of the ring, tangled up with one another. It's a draw! No, wait, he wins, doesn't he? Does Pleiades win, then? Or does this count as a draw, since they're both out? I don't know. The lousy motors go silent. Do they, like, break? Silence. The entire arena is engulfed in silence. For a second, it feels like my attack isn't over yet. I take a deep breath and look around. That's when an explosion of noise bursts from the silence. Roars erupt from the spectators as the whole arena goes wild. You sure did.
Okay, 瀬宮美咲の妹ちゃん。今の最高にバーニングなフィニッシュ技は種菓子アクセルインパクト。
It sounds a lot cooler when he says it, not gonna lie. Finally dawns on me that all these cheers are for me. It's almost like my seizure is being celebrated. I make sure nobody hears me as I click my tongue. But what does that do? Does he still lose? Oh, here's Misaki. I need to look at stuff. I got a whole bunch to read. Isigame. A video game slang originating in the 2000s, used by a cocky player when the match they just played was trivial or beneath them, often abbreviated as East Game. Pile bunker. A weapon that has the same structure as a pile driver. The concept for the weapon can be traced back to Mecha Anime. Rocket Punch. A classic special move in Mecha Anime. An attack that involves detaching the arm from the elbow and firing it at an enemy at an extremely high speed. Let's go. Oh, sorry. No. The audience is shouting and stomping to express their excitement for the thrilling Grand Finals match. The earth-shaking fervor of the crowd is directed at the two in the center of the arena, Mr. Pleiades and Yashio Kaito.
なかなか面白い動きをするな。
Why does he look like a villain? Like immediately he's like,
Why do you
oh
think he's a villain?
yes, let me have the evilest haircut I can think of.
Why? He just like the style.
ブレイクアップは起きているか？
今からおよそ12時間前に大規模太陽フレアが発生し、高速の CME が確認されています。肉眼での確認はまだですが、現時点でもオーロラが発生している可能性は高いかと。ですが、この規模のフレアはこの数年では日常です。
故にその影響ではないと。中央種子島高校か。私の勘違いでなければ君の母校だったな。
はい。
彼らのことは
操作システムについては斬新な発想ですが、戦術そのものは洗練されているとは言えません。フロックと見てしかるべきかと。
手厳しいな。だが私が聞いているのは知り合いかということなんだが。
ええ、よく知っています。
詳細について後でまとめて報告を。
了解しました。
この場は任せる。スポンサー料については倍出すと先方に伝えておいてくれ。
Huh.
どちらへ？
委員会の様子を見にな。
Oh, not the committee fucking again, dude.
What do you mean?
They were in Chaos Head too. I'm not dumb.
They're everywhere.
I know! They were also... Bleh. Bleh.
Almost like they
What?
almost like they're a group that
Shut up. The arena is quite far from here. Okay, so she's standing pretty far away. Even though the physical distance is so close. From here, I can't tell how the two of them, my childhood friend and little sister, are taking the crowd's cheers. There's a broadcast monitor in this VIP room that allows me to see them. But there are nothing but data passing through the screen. Fiction disguised as reality. I caress the surface of the glass with my finger. No, you're trapped, witch! The transparent wall separating us is cold, a fierce contrast to the passion of the spectators in the arena. I press my nails against the glass, trying to prevent my nerves from erupting. Ow. Why did you have to do it like that? CME. Short for coronal mass ejection, a phenomenon in which a gigantic mass of plasma is released from the sun following a solar flare. Solar flare, an explosive phenomenon which causes a tremendous amount of energy to become visible on the surface of the sun. The explosion can be tens of thousands of kilometers long, and the plasma generated by it can heat up to tens of millions of degrees Celsius. If the flare is powerful enough, it can reach the Earth's magnetic field, reacting with it to produce magnetic storms and auroras. The largest flares have the capacity to affect satellites and even damage electronics, sometimes to the point of equipment failure. Auroral breakup. I hate saying auroral. It's such a bad word for me. That is all my bad syllables. A phenomenon that occurs during a particularly active aurora that causes the sky to appear as if it's covered in a vortex of light and color, also known as an auroral explosion. Yippee. This small propeller plane is bound for Tanegashima. I let out a small sigh from my seat. Akio's next to me, looking down at her Pokécom with a disappointed expression on her face. We still lost, right? She's been like this ever since last night. She's probably reading articles about yesterday's match. Not that I can blame her. Yesterday, the ROBO-ONE Grand Finals ended in the most abrupt way possible. After suffering from slow-mo, I instinctively used to press a special move, the Tanagashi Axle Impact. I successfully knocked Mr. Pleiades' M45 out of the ring, but the press went flying out too. This counted as a double ring out, and since we already have 2 downs, this is our third and final down. Game over. Yep. We self-destructed. What a pathetic way to end things. I quit my teeth. Damn it. I suppressed the urge to punch them all, while I'm maintaining my composure on the outside. Didn't I tell her from the get-go? Install brakes. The fate of the Robotics Club means nothing to me, but I'm still hopelessly frustrated over the fact that I lost. How could I let the top spot slip from my fingers in such a humiliating way? What a disgrace. Everything about this trip was chaotic from the get-go. If we were more prepared, I know I could have won. Which is precisely why this is so damn frustrating. If nothing else, we did get the same prize money for 2nd place. Huh. A whopping 1 million... Some money? 1 million yen! That's a lot of money. What the fuck? But even that doesn't put a smile on Akiho's face. She's already realized that no amount of cash is going to change her situation. Akiho's contagious sigh prompts me to sigh as well. With little else to do, I look around the small plane aimlessly. There are many passengers on this early Monday morning flight. I count 4 people other than me, Akiho, and Michi. It's then that a girl about the same age as us enters the cabin. She makes her way through the aisle as she looks at her ticket, confirming her assigned seat. She glances up and our eyes meet. That's quite an outfit, to put it mildly. Her face is so small, like a model. Her outfit is flashy as hell too, but her eyes are kinda scary. The girl appears to be restlessly looking around. I can't tell if she was refined or just out of her mind. She ends up sitting in the seat 2 rows in front of me. As far as I can tell, she's alone. As soon as she's seated, she pulls out her Pokecom and starts Kill Ballad, only to be stopped by a flight attendant. Just like that, my affinity for this mysterious girl skyrockets. Sigh. I definitely didn't think she'd be a KB player. But if she's from Tokyo, it shouldn't be that surprising. Tokyo girls are all about the latest trends, apparently. I can feel my mood lighten a bit. The propellers outside the window start to spin rapidly. The plane begins to slowly move across the runway. As the flight attendant goes over the emergency instructions, a voice comes in over the speakers above.
JAC 3761便午前8時40分発種子島行きは離陸の準備が整いましたのでこれより出発いたします定刻通りの出発にご協力いただきまして誠にありがとうございました種子島空港へは午前9時20分に到着予定です現在種子島の天候は晴れ気温27度となっております
This is so realistic that I hate it.
冬季の気象はなしよ客室乗務員は西で
Oh. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty... Is that bad?
短い間ですが
Yeah.
空の旅をどうぞお楽しみくださいそれとはいアクちゃんナイスファイト
あ、茂みおじさん
Indeed. My dad, Yasuo Shigemi, happens to be a pilot for flights between Tanegashima and Kagoshima. I really wish he wouldn't talk about personal stuff in front of the other passengers. Embarrassed, I turn off my Pokecom and sink into my seat, pretending to fall asleep.
本機は定刻通り種子島空港に到着いたしました。本日も JAC ジャパンエアコネクトをご利用いただき誠にありがとうございました。
Once the plane comes to a halt, the passengers rise up from their seats and head toward the exit door.
起きてってば
Michi slept like a log for the entire flight, including the landing. G-Force ain't got nothing on him, I guess. That's funny. G. Short for gravitational constant, used when discussing G-Force. In this case, it refers to the acceleration felt when riding in a moving vehicle. That's funny. Akio pokes him on the cheek, but he doesn't move a muscle.
鼻と口を塞いじゃえばいいんだよ。
じゃあ海外やってよ
Here goes nothing, and just a little bit after I begin. Michi flails wildly as he wakes up after nearly suffocating.
ちゃんと引率してほしいんだけど。
着いたか。よし。このまま学校だぞお前ら。遅刻扱いになるから覚悟しとけ。
学校今日は行きたくないかも。
教頭と顔を合わせたくないから。
I can totally see the VP immediately disbanding the club the second she sees Akiho. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't happen today, it'll happen tomorrow.
なんか外が騒がしくないか?
Outside? The three of us are the only ones left on the plane. I peek outside and see a ton of people standing on the aircraft apron. I don't think I've ever seen so many people at this airport. There's gotta be over 100 of them out there. That's when I see lights flashing on and off. Camera flashes? Camera flashes?
あれじゃないかって先生
No.
は推測するぞ。ロボワンで準優勝したお前らに突撃取材ってな。
準優勝になんか何の価値もないのにね。
カイ。
I wanted to stand at the very top of the summit to be number one. I wanted to stand shoulder to shoulder with Misane. Whether that being KB or ROBO-ONE. As a gamer, if I'm entering a competition, of course I'd want to come out on top. But the reason we failed this time is entirely because of my lack of skill. Oh, come on. Akio places a hand on my shoulder and offers me some words of encouragement.
明日から放課後にぼーっと過ごせる場所がなくなるのはちょっと残念だけどね。
カイがぼーっとするためにロボ部があったわけじゃないんだけどな。
We finally make our way out of the plane. We've already been sitting around for way too long. The flight attendant is looking out the window, dumbfounded. We pass by her and disembark. It's then that we come face to face with a giant crowd of people. Surrounded by the sea of people and cameras. It's the very same girl I made eye contact with earlier. I knew it was for her. Maybe she really is a celebrity or something. She's like, bruh. That's like a very bruh kind of face she's making there.
キルバラットオンラインを作ったのはあなたで間違いないんですね。
So she's Frau Kojiro.
なぜ今まで素性を偽ってたんですか? おいくつですか? 種子島に移住するとの噂は事実ですか? 事実だったとしたらなぜですか?
I mean, it does make sense. It does make sense. Like, again, my assumption was that if it isn't Daru, it's probably a girl because of the name. Frau Kojiro. Like, why would you... Like, if you know any amount of German, it's like immediately like standing out to you, you know? Shut the fuck up. Shut up. I hear the reporters' questions pile up one by one, and I can't believe my ears. Frau Kojiro? Is this random girl? I assume Frau Kojiro was some dude in his 30s. But you're telling me that this girl, the one who looks about my age, is the one who made KB? The very same one who shared the KB source code with me? Suddenly the girl who had been quiet until now lets out a quiet mumble. She ignores all the journalists surrounding her and zooms straight in on me. Why does she talk like this?
What do you
Argo, why does she talk like that?
What do you mean?
Argo, please, why does she talk like that?
Yeah, like what?
Is this like Daru's daughter or something? Because she talks just like him. I feel like I feel like she's been taught in Daruisms. I don't know how else to put it. And I do feel like there was some lore about him having a cute daughter, but I might have forgotten.
No, it's Suzuha.
Alright, that's Suzuha. But what if this is another timeline?
Damn.
Netslaying originating in the 2000 short for shaking my head. It's mostly used to point out the obvious and poke fun at others. I hate her. I just want to go up and smack her. I want to go up and like pull that hat over her face. She's such a little shit. Come on. And she says it's Frau Kojiro. No, Kojiro Frau curves her lips upward. What a piece of shit. God damn it. This CG is too funny. I need it. That's the perfect thumbnail. And then she laughs. That is funny.
というわけで約束通り
What do you expect going to happen?
今日中に荷物をまとめること
I have a feeling that Kojiro Frau is gonna come here and do something.
No. Actually, wait,
Yeah.
because it's going to happen very fast.
Okay.
Because Kaito will figure it out. But like, think. Their goal was to win ROBO-ONE, right?
Yeah, and they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't.
Uh-huh.
And who's supposedly undercover going to ROBO-ONE and actually winning it?
Subaru? So is he gonna start a robotics club?
You can continue.
Is Subaru gonna save our asses even after hating us that much?
Oh, it's not about that. It's about using a blackmail.
Oh! Oh! Oh, you're so smart, Kaido. I never think about being a bad kid, so I wouldn't know. But
Yeah,
I
you're
know
playing as a
Kai.
bad kid.
Kai isn't a good kid. He'd be like, so did you know that a second year actually won? Like, a second year from our school actually won, and he's technically kind of in the robotics club? Wink wonk.
Are you?
Oh, he's gonna be like, if you don't say you're in the robotics club, I'm gonna tell everyone that you're Pleiades. That's what he's gonna do, right? I see. Okay, I see what's going on here. Already aware of yesterday's ROBO-ONE result, she charged into the club room with Michi after
旧
school.
空港の方の倉庫も同様ですわよ。私物は持って帰りなさい。残ったものはすべて捨ててしまいますから、そのつもりで。
I just wanted you to connect the dots before it happens.
Yeah, I consider bribing the VP with the ROBO-ONE money, but that'll probably work against us, so I stay quiet. Imagine if we actually tried to give her 1,000,000 yen to let her club off the hook. She'd lose her mind. Students trying to bribe me. How dare you? Granted, any VP would probably react the same way.
ロボワンの賞金が100万円あります。
She actually said it!
それで何ですの？
それはその
何ですの？
She's terrifying. Her eyes are completely fixed on Akiho. That's why I said this was a bad idea.
何でもないです。
Even Akiho was able to read the room on this
よろ
one.
しい。ちなみに学校の予算で作ったものは持ち帰らないこと。あの巨大ロボットもそこにある小さなロボットもですわ。
種子島新さんはうちが自分のお年玉を前借りして改良したんです。
そうなのですか。それは失礼。ではその小さなロボットについてはご自由になさい。
Damn. Akiho bites her lip and hangs her head low. She's clearly trying her best to suppress her emotions. Her tightly balled fists are trembling slightly. This is the deal we made. Regardless of how unreasonable the VP's conditions are, Akiho agrees to them. It is what it is. The robotics club has been disbanded. The giant robot is going to be scrapped. It's all over and done with. The attempt at bribery went as expected, so I've got nothing to say. It's time to be honest with ourselves and back down. I get being frustrated, but for me I'm more frustrated over the fact that I couldn't win, not because the club is gone. As far as I'm concerned, that's someone else's problem. Deep down I honestly don't care what happens, I just want to hurry up and be done with it. It's then that I notice Hidaka Subaru watching us from afar. For some reason he's wearing an irritated expression on his face. Now that I think about it, how did he even get back from Tokyo?
瀬宮さん、いつまでそうやって立っているつもりですか？早く片付けなさいと言っているのですよ。
Akio, her shoulders still slumped, turns away from the vice principal and heads to the club room. The room is filled with Akiho's stuff from home, things left by old members, and junky parts for the big robot. Oh. I can tell that Akio's trying desperately not to cry. But she can't hold it in any longer, and the tears begin to flow from the corners of her eyes.
例えばさ、
Before I can stop myself, I'm suddenly talking to the president of the robotics club.
ズルしてコンティニューか、綺麗にゲームオーバーを迎えるか。
Ah, here it is.
アキちゃんならどっちを選ぶ？
Akio sets her tearful gaze upon me like she's pleading me to create a miracle.
ズルしてコンティニュー。
Let's go. You said it, not me. You're taking the fall if he tries to beat us up. Huh, I'm a little surprised. She didn't hesitate in the slightest.
Yeah.
これだけは諦めたくないから。
We've had to give up on so many things due to our attacks. We convinced ourselves that we didn't have a choice. But when it comes to the Robotics Club, Akiho doesn't know when to give up. Seems she's way more attached to it than I thought she was.
わかったよ。
I reassuringly pat Akiho on the shoulder and walk over to where Hidaka Subaru is standing. Seeing Akiho like that hit me pretty hard. Plus, it's my duty to support my childhood friend when she refuses to throw in the towel. Also, like, I think that Subaru is probably like some like mega rich kid, and he probably like flew on a private jet or something. Like, that's my theory to how he got back and forth.
Yeah, what?
So far.
Theories are welcome.
What? Yeah, that's my theory
Theories
so
are
far.
welcomed.
Or he did something really funny and like what's the word? Hitchhiked his way home. Yeah, like it's a Anyway, man, I'm contradicting myself, aren't I? Before ROBO-ONE, I was doing everything in my power to get her to give up. What the hell am I thinking?
ロボ部は廃部だそうですね。妥当だと。
Can you go to Twipo? Can you go to Twipo
先輩
actually?
たちはあまりにお粗末すぎた。
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell everyone. There's a player that received his repeat. That was a very weird ending, lol. Ending with a self-destruct. I kinda laughed. That's what they did after the most exciting moment. I've been watching the final match over and over yesterday, but I still don't understand Tanegashima Shin-san's custom movements. I guess the Robotics Club was still too green. That super reaction was crazy! I got the vibe of transform, but didn't expect that move. Is transforming even allowed in first place rules-wise? I mean, you don't get disqualified. Apparently the guy trying to destroy other people's robots didn't get disqualified, so why should that get disqualified? I mean, it was already over when they did Tanegashima Axel Impact, so I don't think the rules mattered, lol. They didn't use it once until Grand Final, so it won't demote them. It was the most dumbfounded moment in the history of ROBO-ONE, lol. Even though he had super reactions, he got it down from Mr. Pleiades. He ends up by ringing out with him. That boy Yashiro can be quite an entertainer. I have the hopes of the Tanegashima Robotics Club the next tournament. If they learn from this, there's a high chance that they can beat Mr. Pleiades. If only. I can't even keep up with that last super reaction, even in slow-mo. Speaking of, I think he dodged the pile bunker twice after seeing the moves, so he has crazy kinetic eyesight. The craziest part is the operating system for Tanegashima Shin-san Custom. It looked exactly like KB. The operator skill level of Robotics Club was amazing. If we're just talking about that, I think theirs is better than Mr. Pleiades. Is that operating system from KB? I heard the programmer from KB has been missing for 2 days. That last one, that got me. Yesterday, Shu Tanegashima High Robotics Club got a second place after a close game at ROBO-ONE. They did well. On behalf of my daughter, I would like to thank everyone who cheered them on. Okay. Still not enough cheating. People go stronger by enduring losses. Son, do not forget the taste of those tears. One day the bitterness will be rewarded. Still, I am proud of you. I love his motivational quote tweets. It's funny. He's very, very funny.
Yeah.
Repost. The Exoskeleton Company is currently running a campaign to celebrate 3 million. Okay. Mornings are early in Kagoshima. I made it to the island. Nowhere to run. VP isn't off today. Keep your head up. Reach active time limit. There's no way I can lose. Fix this stream and memories will fade away. We'll lose what's connected to us. You. Oh. Authorized Ido users only to view his profile piece and to request for approval. Oh, you think you and your private Twitter account can do anything? Oh. I immediately grin and wrap my arm around Hidaka-kun's shoulders.
なんですか?
日高くんさ、今あれ持ってたりする？
あれとは？
あれって言ったらあれしかないでしょ。あの赤い彗星の人みたいなマスクだよ。ミスタープレアデスくん。
Like, the fact that he comes up and then straight up admits that he is Pleiades and then doesn't expect that to blow back in his face is so dumb to me. Subaru is way more stupid than I gave him credit for. Hidaka-kun's expression immediately shifts.
It's not even like, it's not about that, he's very stupid about this topic.
Nyan desu ka?
Nyan desu ka?
Nyan! He's so shaken that he's fumbling his words. His eyes are darting back and forth too.
もしかしてさ、本当にバレてないと思ってたの?
Granted, Akio and Michi somehow didn't. But any normal human being would have figured it out. I will agree those two are, exceptionally dumb. Maybe it's like, kayfabe in pro wrestling or something. Except I'm awful at reading the room for stuff like this. Yeah.
So yeah, he thinks like, you know, people just like are on the thing, so they pretend he's not there.
朝一の飛行機には乗ってなかった。ということは昼の便？それとも船？何にせよさ、自宅には帰らずに直接学校来ちゃったりしてない？だったら今も持ってるはずなんだよね。あのマスク。知りません。しらばっくれてもダメだよ。こっちもロボ部の存続というか、人一人の夢がかかっちゃってるもんだからさ。おっと発見。ポケットからはみ出てるよ。
Ah, what a nice predictable reaction you just had. I trick him into checking his pants pocket with his hand. He then immediately has an angry look on his face once he realizes he's been fooled. I was about to say. He's so dumb. I quickly reach into Hidaka-kun's pocket and forcibly take out the mask. Yep, this is it, no doubt about it.
Hi, Mikke.
騙しましたね。三流ロボ部の分際で。どうするつもりですか？
Oh, just a little bit of blackmail. nothing big, you know? Just a little bit of blackmail. Wow, a truly impressive amount of hatred is stored in that
only
layer
a
of
blackmail
beef.
if you didn't want to agree, right?
Yeah, but I shrug it off and look at the VP who's watching Akiho clear out the club room.
それはもちろんこうするんだよ。
And then immediately jammed the mask onto Hidaka-kun's face.
あ、やめ。はあ、こんなところにロボワン優勝者のミスタープレアですが。
I put on an act and shout into the air, dragging Hidaka-kun toward the club room. Akio, Michi, and the VPO stare wide at us in surprise. I love how the mask is kind of glitching.
Yep.
Do you realize it now? Please.
どういうことだこりゃ。
I love this game, it's so dumb.
優勝者。確かにテレビに映っていた人ですわ。
Oh my fucking. Okay, note to self. Everyone at this school, except for Kaito, has a passive perception of just about 7. That sure is a guy in a mask, but why is he here?
もちろん。はい、プレイヤーですさん。いつもの自己紹介やっちゃって。なんだっけ。アルシオンとかなんとか。
Peporion, something like that.
アルシオン。
He actually does it! He actually...
Put with the resigned voice.
ケラエのアステローペ。メロ
No, he's getting hyped up.
女神の祝福により、我400光年の彼方よりここに降臨。アイアム。ミス
タープレアです。
Akio!
やってしまった。
The fact that he like doesn't realize it until he
He
finishes.
started calmly and then got hyped.
Yeah. Despite his whining, he should put on an enthusiastic
ということでね、ミスタープレアデスです。ああ、言い忘れていましたが、こいつはこの学校の生徒であり、ロボ部の部員ですよ。
は？
は？
なんです
I love Subaru so much.
つまり、昨日のRobo-ONE決勝戦は中央種子島高校ロボ部員同士による戦いだったわけであり、ミスタープレアデスが勝とうが俺が勝とうが、ロボ部はどっちにしろ優勝だったってわけです。ロボ部が敗部を免れる条件は、確かRobo-ONE優勝でしたっけ？その条件は達成されたわけで、廃部になる必要はこれっぽっちもなかったりしますが、どうでしょ
う？何をふざけたことを。
The vice principal has gone hysterical yet again. What a terrifying lady.
そのミスターなんとかさんが我が校の生徒だという証拠がどこ
He's
にあるの？
wearing your uniform first of all. Just pull the mask off. Just pull pulling the mask off of his. Hidaka-kun struggles to escape my grasp, but I pull the mask right up and say it. I can't believe it.
Oh.
Finally! Vindication!
Hidaka-kun.
なんだと日高じゃねえか
Everyone at the school are fucking idiots, Hidaka included.
これはどういうこと？
違う。僕はロボ部だから。
I quickly put my hand over his mouth.
というわけなんで教頭先生、帰ってもらえます？条件を達成したら廃部はない、予算も出す、そういう約束でしたよね。それとも先生が生徒に嘘をつくんですか？
Also, I will say, right? Kaito's VA has this perfect intonation in the way that he delivers his lines to sound as shit-headed as possible. He has the most punchable teenager voice. It's so good.
こんなバカなことがあるなんて。
Now, you agreed to the terms. I'm sorry. The VP's face turns bright red despite the layer of white makeup she has on.
長深田先生、ロボ部員は2人ではなかったんですの？
なんというか、豆知識的に言いますとどうやら3人だったようですな。
Oh my god. He actually plays along, thank you. The vice principal is seething now. You can even see veins popping out on her forehead. I'm kind of worried she might burst a blood vessel.
How did we lose the vice principal? We don't talk about this.
But instead of exploding any further, she turns her back to us.
Isn't this amazing?
It is. That was the moment we truly became victorious. The vice principal gave up on destroying the robotics club in that very moment. And yet Akio couldn't resist calling out to her.
Kateni 勝手にしなさいな。ただし、こんな詭弁にも等しい方法を取ったのですから、予算については絶対に承認しませんからね。
I mean, they have 1,000,000 yen.
Yeah,
I think we'll be fine. She storms off. Huh, not getting any funding wasn't part of the deal. Despite being dissatisfied with that one bit. Seeing Akio so deeply moved and unable to deal with her own shock is enough to make me stop caring. I might not have lived up to expectations at ROBO-ONE, but at least I make myself somewhat useful this time.
珍しくミッチーが口裏を合わせてくれたから助かったよ。
いいか、ヤシオ。いいこと教えてやる。頭が真っ白になった時は、とりあえず笑ってごまかせ。これ、豆知識な。
He was just like, I just blinked. I don't even remember what I said. He really is the worst.
どういうつもりです？僕はロボ部に入るなんて一言も。
じゃあミスタープレアデスの正体が日高くんだって学校中に言いふらしちゃうよ。
Yep, he has it in. Considering he went so far as to hide his identity to compete at ROBO-ONE, he must be hiding something shady.
この下道め。
Like I anticipated, Hidaka-kun throws a tantrum and stamps his feet a bit, but doesn't argue the What is he? He's supposed to be a second year, right? So he should be like 17, and he's stomping his feet like a toddler. It's so funny.
He might be 16 still.
Yeah, okay. Does that justify stamping his feet like a toddler? You didn't answer, so I'll take that as a no.
Does it ever?
Hidaka-kun puts up his guard, but Akio simply takes his hand in hers and shakes it. Hidaka-kun seems puzzled. Yay. Yay.
Yeah.
Does he like her a little? I think he might like her a little bit. Your voice is shaking, Hidaka-kun.
むしろ先輩たちを見ててイライラしましたよ。そっちのロボは9年も前のもので調整もろくにされていなかったですし、扱い方も雑だったし。ただヒルバラのシステムをホビーロボに取り入れたことだけは評価してもいいような気がしないでもないというかなんというかです。
Oh, he's actually complimenting us. Though he's still acting like the same cocky jerk.
ありがとう。それと優勝おめでとう。
Hidaka-kun continues to face the other
で
way.
さ、マスクをしてたってことは、日高くんもあの人みたいに過去を捨てたんだよね。ね。
For some reason, Akiho's eyes are sparkling.
捨ててませんよ。いい加減話してくれませんか。
No.
おっとその前に。
I put my arm around Hidaka-kun's shoulder
アキ
again.
ちゃん、まだ手を離しちゃダメだよ。
今度は何を？
ミッチー、入部届出してくんない？
おう、いいぞ。ちょっと待ってろ。
He starts fiddling with his Pokemon. These days, even club registration forms are digital. What a convenient world we live in. Hidaka-kun quickly realizes what kind of situation he's in and tries to escape. Akio and I both keep him in place, and as Michi puts his arm around his shoulder too, giving this cheeky kid no way out. Wow. Wow.
話してください。
さっきの俺の話だけど、作り話なんかなんでもなくて、ガチで日高くんにはロボ部に入ってもらわないと。
Also, I'm still gonna tell everyone.
What?
I'm still gonna tell everyone who you are if you don't get in our club. Holds up gun.
Yeah.
You better join our club, or I'm gonna get ya.
じゃないとさ、ほら、教頭に荒探しされた時に困るでしょ。
そっか、そうだよね。こうなったら何が何でも日高くんにはロボ部に付き合ってもらうんだから。日高くんほどの才能をみすみす逃すわけにはいかないもん。
あんたたち下級生に対して横暴ですよ。
それは違うな。
Yeah.
上級生が下級生に対して横暴なのは半世紀以上前からの伝統だ。いいか、日高。体育会系ってのはそういうもんなんだよ。
Granted, the robotics club isn't a sports team.
そんな穴黒すぎるでしょ。
まあまあ、どうせ帰宅部だし、ちょうどいい機会じゃねえか。部活はな、汗と涙と青春だぞ。
よろしくね、日高くん。これからはスバルって呼ばせてもらうよ。
じゃあ俺も親しみを込めてスバルくんと呼ぶとするか。
ナンセンスだ。PTA に訴えてやりますから。
Okay, then I'll just tell everyone who you are. I'll give it a rest. He just doesn't know when to quit. I guess I have no choice.
7人の女神の祝福により、我400光年の彼方より。
すいません、入部します。だから人の真似しないでください。
Hidaka-saburo finally surrenders. The young man dejectedly hangs his head and stops
ち
resisting.
なみにあの呪文みたいなのって自分で考えたの？
大会のディレクターの人に言わされてたんですよ。その方がキャラが立つからって。
Were they in on it? You have my condolences.
でもミスタープレアデスがスバルだったなんて本当にちっとも気づかなかったよ。よくわかったね。
I wanna fucking die.
Aki, that's the wrong way to look at it.
逆で言ってる。そうだね。はい。
大真面目に言ってるよ。
アキちゃんとミッチーの目は節穴だって証明されたね。
誰か節穴だ。相変わらず先生の敬意が足りんな。
Well, in this
ほれ、
one case,
日高、仕込め。
Michi puts Pokecom in front of Subaru. The club registration form is on screen, ready for submission. With the strength to resist gone, Subaru obediently signs his name. The way he signs his name resembles a criminal signing a statement saying, I did it. He's just that defeated. The form is immediately uploaded online and registered into the school database. And with that, Subaru is now a certified member of the Robotics Club. Satisfied, we release our poor underclassmen from our grip.
入部はしますけど、それ以上の協力はしませんよ。こんなナンセンスなこと許されてたまるもんか。
I figured, considering how much he's trash-talked us, forcing him to join was never going to completely tame him. Especially considering how unreliable our president Akiho is. In that case, Subaru should just take over the club himself. I really don't care where it goes from here. These two crazy robo-maniacs can go off until whatever weird dreams they want.
はい、じゃあ注目。予算獲得の件は残念だったけど、ロボ部は無事存続が決まりました。うちらはこれからも正義の巨大ロボットガンツクワンを作っていくことができるわけで、これもカイとスバルのおかげです。
先生は？
ミッチーは何もしてないじゃん。
Really nothing.
で、話を戻すと、廃部も免れたことだし、これまでずっとうちが構想してた計画をね、いよいよ実行に移そうと思うの。
計画？
I have a bad feeling about
来
this.
年2月までにガンツクワン、頑張れる試作1号機を完成させるのがうちらの目標なわけだけど。
Okay.
やっぱり万博でグランプリを取れるロボに仕上げるにはね、うちとカイだけじゃ難しいかなって前から思ってたんだ。今はスバルが入ってくれたけど、それでもまだ3人なわけだし、だからプロの助けを借りようと思う。
へえ。それはチート行為だな。
Yeah.
意外としたたかなこと考えてるね。アキちゃんはもっと愚直かと思ってたのに。
Jesus.
それバカってこと？
Yes.
So can you
おお
say?
むね合ってる。
No.
Thank you.
違うよ。アドバイスをもらったり、あと施設を貸してもらったり、ちょっぴり手伝ってもらったりしようって言ってるの。
Mm-hmm. That sure would be an awfully convenient professional. Would they really go that far for a bunch of high schoolers? And anyway, who is this pro she's talking about? If she means Doc, yeah, sure, he's helped us a bunch up until
明
now.
日の放課後、早速乗り込むから、カイもスバルもそのつもりでいてね。
俺も？
じゃなくて、カイはロボ部員でしょ？
そもそも乗り込むってどこへ？
そんなの決まってるよ。
Without hesitation, Akiho, steeped in the color of the
There we
sunset,
go.
points to the southern sky. Towards something on the southern end of the island.
JAXA 種子島宇宙センター。
She's gonna pull on one of her parents then. Right? I forgot. One of her parents is working at the center, right?
Yeah, her father.
Her father. Okay, yeah. That's a good one. Wow! That's cute. I like it. Very cute.
And the intro.
Why is it silent? Okay, there is. I was like, why is there no sound?
Thanks to timeline.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to take a screenshot. That's okay.
It's okay, you can, yeah, this intro is available.
Yeah. I figured she joined too, yeah.
You saw them all in the beginning
Yeah,
intro,
I know.
that's the thing. That was playable.
Yeah. I mean, I knew, yeah, Frokojiro. I was very curious how Junna's gonna join us though.
Yeah.
Like through Doc, maybe?
But yeah, I like this intro.
I'm curious to know who that kid is, though.
Yeah.
Because we just seen her once and know that she's on, like, the cover of the game. But aside from that... I don't know, man. Oh shit! That was I'm blanking on her name. Mizuka, wasn't it?
No.
No? Was
No.
it Misaki?
No.
Then, no? Was it just a different character altogether? She looks
Yeah,
so much like them though.
Oh, and somebody else.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
That's the intro.
I see. Wow, it's like been like 12 hours.
Thanks too.
Whoa.
Be the chapter 1.
Yay!
Yes, that was the longest chapter. Obviously, it was the longest chapter.
Yeah, of course. It's the preamble. It's the whole thing. When was the last time Misane, Akiho... when was the last time me, Misane, and Akiho went to watch a rocket launch together? Surely it must have been 9 years ago for the H2A17 launch. And I can't. I remember the day being nice and warm. An early morning in May. Misane was preparing for the following day when she'd be entering ROBO-ONE for the first time as part of the Robotics Research Association. After watching the launch early in the morning, she planned on boarding a boat to Kagoshima, then flying to Tokyo from there. Despite being normally deserted, Uchinoka Park was packed with people. Whenever there was a launch, people from all over would come to the island to watch. Most of the tourists were adults, but once the rocket launched, everyone's eyes sparkled like children when they looked up at the sky. That's cute. Of course, the locals joined in as well. It had become a traditional event that took place about twice a year. But no matter how many times you saw it, it never got old. Although to be fair, we wouldn't get as excited as the people who came to the island just to watch it. I rubbed my tired eyes and played fighting games with Misane, who had just entered high school at the time.
これで12連勝回もまだまだねひどいよミサネちょっと手加減してよでもカイって手加減したら怒るでしょそうだけどま師匠に勝とうなんて10年早いってことよもう一回勝負だと待って打ち上げ60秒前だって
The sightseers around us started to get excited. The energy was palpable. But there was still no movement on the launch pad in the distance.
ほらアッキー起きなさいロケットもうすぐだよ
EP.
EP. Akiho was still half asleep. What a mood. I put my game away and patiently waited while holding Misane's hand. At last we heard a countdown voice come from the speakers. 5, 4, 3, 2. A cloud of white smoke rose from the launch pad. It was quickly followed by a dazzling light. Woo! Then the rocket that looked the smallest of faraway specks started spewing smoke and flew up into the sky. Yeep! There it goes.
Yeet.
Cheers roared from the people around us. It sounded as applause echoed through the park. And then we were hit by a deep, powerful sound, one that reverberated throughout our bodies. A man-made lump of metal cut through the clouds as it rose into the heavens. I remember how gallant it always looked, tragically but heroically drifting through the air, stirring the hearts of all who watched. But at that time, poetic reasoning like that was irrelevant to me. I just earnestly watched the tail of the rocket, even forgetting to breathe. All I could do was express those instinctive feelings that came from the bottom of my heart as best as I could. And by my side, Misane looked up at the sky just like me and shouted. What? wait, back.
How did that go?
前も打ち上げの時ホットドッグって言ってたよね昔の映画のセリフ
After smiling at me, Misane returned her gaze to the distant sky.
カイあなたも男の子なら ライトスタッフを持つ男になりなさい。
As I was only in elementary school, or at this time I had no idea what she meant by those words. It was only after Misane graduated from high school and left the island that I understood what the quote-unquote right stuff meant. But by then I had already stopped going to rocket launches. H2A. Tanegashima Aki. H2A, let's see. A domestic two-stage rocket that began operations in 2001. It was an updated version of Japan's first domestic rocket, the H2, but the cost of launching has gone down exponentially. The rocket itself also costs far less than those made by other countries. It is 53 meters tall and uses liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen as fuel. The standard model is capable of launching a satellite weighing about 4 tons into orbit. All H2A rockets have been launched from the Tanegashima Space Center, so it's basically just dormant at this point. I see. The Tanegashima Space Center, TNSC for short, is on the southern end of the island and is one of 2 launch sites in Japan. Many call it the most beautiful launch site on Earth. Until a few years ago, it sent rockets into space about twice a year. I'm waiting alone in the TNSC's chief's office, located in the administration building. Despite being in the chief's office, it's pretty modest, just a business desk and a sofa for guests. There's nobody but me in the room. I've been sitting on the sofa and waiting for almost 10 minutes.
Yeah, omatase.
Finally, the chief enters the room wearing a JAXA work uniform. In each hand, he's holding a teacup filled with hot tea. Boo! Hi, Mama!
Hello.
How you doing? Well, he doesn't look like a big shot. He is in fact the chief of TNSC.
びっくりしたな。急に仕事場を訪ねてくるなんて。
He actually seems kind of happy as he sits down across from me.
遅い。
Yeah.
ごめんごめん。社長の方に行ってたものだから。
The moment I complained to him, he bows his head to me. As someone who didn't know anything about our relationship source like this, they'd probably be shocked. I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up thinking the JAXA chief was having an affair with a local high school girl or something. Can you not bring this up when it's your dad? I was just in a meeting about fantasy days, so now that's happening soon. Yippee! But reality is nothing that gross.
それでアキオ、お父さんに何か言おうかな。話ならうちでもできたのに。
The current chief of the Tanegashima Space Center, Senomiya Kenichiro, just so happens to be my dad, that's all. I'm tired, so dinner time. Love you, babes. Love you too! Get some good dinner. I clear my throat and adjust my posture.
実はお願いがあって来たの。
娘にお願い事をされるなんて何年ぶりだろうね。
He whispers to himself, a distant look in his eyes.
これは娘が父親にお小遣いをせびるような生優しいものじゃないんだけどな。
There's a reason I came to your workplace, Dad. That's why I specifically came all the way here. While I could talk about it with him at home, I wanted to avoid that.
お父さんじゃなくて種子島宇宙センターの所長として聞いてほしい。
あ？うん。
中央種子島高校ロボット研究部と JAXA は技術提携関係にあるよね。
うん、そうだったかな。
そうだよ。
She's a little, she's playing dumb, so I hit the table with my head to let him know I'm being serious.
アキオ、落ち着きなさい。
My table bashing shakes the teacups, causing some fluid to spill out onto the table. The two of us wipe the table clean with some
お
tissues.
姉ちゃんがロボ部を作った時、JAXA に協力してくれるよう頼んで OK もらったはず。
In truth, the gun build 1, currently under construction, was built using all sorts of scrap parts from JAXA. But that's just the official stance.
だからロボ部の手助けをしてほしい。一緒に正義の巨大ロボを作ろう。
In short, this is my real
と言われ
intention.
てもどう手助けをすればいいんだよ。
話は簡単。
As mad as I whip out my Pokecom, I then show him the report I frantically put together during class today.
施設人材資金。
その1、施設。ロケット組み立て用の施設をうちらの実物大ロボット組み立てのために貸してほしい。理想はやっぱり VAB。 その2、人材。ここで働く技術者の人でロボット工学に詳しい人がいたら紹介してほしい。その3、資金。JAXA の偉い人に頼んでちょっとでいいから軍資金をもらえたら嬉しいな。できれば100万円くらい。
She already has a million. She wants a million more. I know the third one is asking for a lot, but that's why I'm taking a shot in the dark with it. It can't hurt to ask. It's hard to believe the Robotics Club was in such dire straits last week. Now we have a ton of unprecedented financial leeway. We got 1 million yen as prize money from ROBO-ONE after all. It's the same amount we earned from the last 9 years of club funding suddenly fell into our laps. That pushes out a strained laugh.
うちは本気なんだけど。
ああ、そうなのかい。でもね、そう言われてもね。
Crap. He's totally trying to brush me off with a smile. I can't rely on this version of that is in front of me right now. The aura he's projecting just shows there's no use. If that's the case, then I need to recover before it's too late. But how?
無理でしょう。
Instant rejection. There wasn't even time to recover. But I don't plan on backing down just yet. If Big Sis could get JAXA to cooperate, so can I. As the chief's daughter, I'm sure things will work out if I keep pushing. It'd be a real problem if they didn't. That's basically what dads are for, right?
ガンツクワンの完成はお姉ちゃんの夢でもあるんだよ。だからどうしても完成させたいの。それでね、来年開かれる東京万博に出展するんだ。で、東京にいるお姉ちゃんにも見に来てもらう。どう？素敵な考えじゃないかな。
This is the first time I've ever told Dad about my dream.
お父さんだってロボット大好きだよね。だから言い換えれば、ガンツクワンはうちら親子の夢でもあるわけ。というわけで、お願い、手伝って。もう残された時間はあんまりないの。
No.
アキホ。
That looks deeply moved as he locks eye with me, but that's almost immediately followed up with a long sigh.
Good check there.
Oh god.
People.
Dad! It's so funny.
いや僕の仕事を勘違いしちゃいけないよ。
He stands up like he's trying to escape and gazes out the
所
window.
長と言ったって何でもかんでも好き勝手できるわけじゃないんだから。所詮管理職というかなんというか。それにね、今の TNSC には予算も人材もないんだ。予算縮小ってことだよ。最近はロケットも打ち上げてないからね。ましてや施設を私的に使おうなんてとても僕はクビになってしまうよ。
He is right about all of it, to be fair.
夢も希望もないね。
I always thought he was kinda unreliable, but I didn't think he was this bad. My heart's about to break.
すまないね、協力できなくて。これはなんていうか、夢とかそういうものとは関係なくてね、世知辛い社会のルールと言えばいいのかな。
Like it's very much we wouldn't be able to, if I did all that, we would probably become homeless because he's probably the sole breadwinner too.
組織が大きくなればなるほど融通も効かなくなっちゃうわけでね。
Yeah.
もちろん
Hello, Phillies, welcome. How are you doing?
聞いてあげたいっていう気持ちだけはあるんだけ
Very
ど
cute
ね。
emotes.
お父さんのポケットマネーから資金を出そうにも財布は母さんに握られてるし。
お父さん、それ以上言わなくていい。こっちまで悲しくなる。
Yeah. I want to cover my ears. I want to lose all my memories of the last 30 minutes.
お邪魔しました。
お茶ぐらい飲んでったらどうだい？
No.
そうだ、この前筑波に研修に行ってた大前くんからのお土産があって。
お父さん。
He's trying to get me to stay, but I cut him off.
昔のお父さんは自分の夢にまっすぐで純粋で、うちはそんなお父さんが好きだった。でも今のお父さんからは情熱を感じないよ。
Damn, dude. Imagine being told off like by your daughter like this.
寂しい。
アキホ。
If Big Sis were here right now, she'd probably be even more upset than I am.
ねえお父さん、あの頃の情熱がもしまだ残ってるなら協力を。
いや、それはだから無理だって。
無理。If he's not gonna have a change of heart now, when will he? Stupid dad, why can't you read the room? I'm pretty sure I inherited that quality from him. I want to ruffle Kai's hair so badly right now. Great, he isn't here. But Kai isn't here, so I start squeezing the Fink toy I have hanging from the back of my Pokécom instead.
お父さんなんてもう頼らないよ。
Damn. I spit out my words and rush out of the office. If this is the adult world, I want nothing with it. But I'm not gonna say that out loud. I get that my requests are absurd. I knew there was no way I'd get everything I wanted. What are you doing today, Phyllis? Are you having a good day? Did you just wake up? What's the time zone like on your end? I have no idea. But he could have at least said like, I'll do my best or something. That alone would have made me happy. The old dad who used to passionately talk about space development and mecha anime with Kai and me would have done that. I'm chilling. Nice. It's almost 9 p.m. Same! We're in the same time zone! That's good to know. I guess even now I might still be wishing for that ideal dad from back then. That's what gray hairs does to you, bruh. Okay, we got some new notes! Oh, let's see what- okay, VAB. VAB. Short for Vehicle Assembly Building. A facility located at the Osaki Launch Complex in the Tanegashima Space Center that's capable of maintaining 2 H-2A rockets at the same time. The single sliding door facing the launch station is 67 meters high, 27 meters across, 2.5 meters thick, and weighs around 363 metric tons, making it one of the largest doors in the world. Wow! Imagine that being your, like, achievement. we have the largest door. There's a strong wind coming in from the sea, and it's kind of irritating. It's messing up my hair and breaking my focus on Kill Ballad. I look away from my Pokécom and take a breather. I'm sitting on the rather wide lawn of the Tanegashima Space Center. Tweepo? Tweepo! We're going on Twitter, guys. Subaru got away! A long journey begins to TNC. He's got added too. Ladies and gentlemen, a video compilation containing the complete footage of Mr. Pleiades' amazing victory in ROBO-141 will soon be available for your viewing pleasure. Details will be announced at a later date, so stay tuned. Is this the real Pleiades posting? Going in! I should have come with me. You're in charge, you should try harder. The chief isn't coming! Ah! Oof, I didn't think they'd find me. Who leaked it to the media? I was living as a neutral otaku, but now they know I'm a high school otaku girl plus a shut-in, damn it. So from now on, I'll be showing the real Kojiro Frau. You're probably like, the real Kojiro Frau? To summarize myself, let's just say I'm rotten to the core. Too fast, too east, that's who I am. Okay. I see the hard request of my daughter. Troubled, I want to help her, but... you know she can see this, right? Homie, what? Game. Direct interview with the main programmer of Kill Ballad, Kojiro Frau, in Tanegashima, the face of the genius high school programmer. What? It's Kojiro Frau and not Frau Kojiro, and she's a girl? And she's a Fujoshi lol. Wait, how do you... Okay. Kinda disappointed. I thought it was like some crazy old man. Oh well. Just cute. Let's place her as Frau Sama from now on. Goddammit. She kinda looks like a shut-in. Bad personality. Eyes like a dead fish. That's true. High school girl, lol. I'm sure she doesn't even go to school. She's just neat. I think it's amazing she created a game with that scale at her age. Is Frau Kojiro from Tanegashima? Looks like she moved there. That's what the article said. How did the media find out about a Doujin-loving programmer moving to a faraway island? Is it worth camping out for her at the airport? I never liked her from how she acted, but finding out she's an actual girl, the story is different now. Her likability went way up. I hate guys like this. Mimi1234, Mimi, you suck. I run to the court. Too fast. What the hell is she saying, lol? Over 20 million people are just dancing like they're pawns to this chick. Maybe I'll quit KB. You also suck. I'm much more interested in KB after reading this article. Is it still fun to start now? Yeah. Tweepo. I hope you guys enjoyed the Twitter tangent. There's a replica H2 rocket here along with several benches. I love benches. It's not a bad environment to relax in, but it's way too remote. Well, if we're talking direct distance, it's closer to my house than the school is. It just feels further away. There are many whimsical locals who would intentionally come to the end of the island like this. Yeah, like this is kind of like in the middle of fuck all, and there's just like kind of a dormant center here. Like, unless you work here, you probably wouldn't go. I can see that. Let's take a look around. As expected, there are barely any people in the area. In the distance, I see one local middle-aged man playing golf by himself. There aren't even that many employees stationed here at the TNSC. During rocket launches, engineers arrive from off the island and the staff grows 3 times larger, or so they say. But that was only when rockets used to be launched from here. Now, the main force behind JAXA's space exploration has shifted to the Epsilon rocket. What is that? The next generation small-scale rocket developed by JAXA. It's 24 meters long. The rocket allows for far more efficient assembly and inspection, and the launch control system was revamped dramatically. Only a single laptop is required to launch the rocket. It first saw use in 2016, with all launches being done from the Kagoshima Space Center, which is now refers to it as the Uchinoda Space Center. Damn. I can't believe it. Since Epsilon is smaller than the H2A and H2B models launched from Tanegashima, its size doesn't match TNSC's facilities. H2B. A larger upgraded version of the H2A rocket that began operations in 2009. The rocket stands at 57 meters tall. It's a complete upgrade from the H2A, which upgraded specifications that more than doubled its maximum launch capacity. Blah. And so, Epsilon rockets always launch from Uchinoda. I want to say about 3 times a year, give or take. Uchinoda! A town that was located on the east side of the Osumi Peninsula in Kagoshima Prefecture. It merged with Takayama in 2005 to form the town of Kimotsuki. The JAXA Uchinoda Space Observatory was established when the town was still known as Uchinoda, so even though the town's name has changed, JAXA staff members and space development enthusiasts still refer to it as in Uchinoda. The Uchinoda Space Observatory is one of the 2 rocket launch sites located in Japan. It was created by ISIS, damn it, Institute of Space and Astronautical Science in 1963. It has launched over 400 small-scale rockets, including MV, Epsilon, and many others. Wow! So many rockets! Look, I bet that if you're a space nerd, all of this means a lot to you. It does not mean a lot to me. I'm sorry, I don't understand half of this shit. I'm like, ooh, big door! Ooh! I'm a little silly, I'm sorry. Yippee! Since the launch of the Hayabusa 2 several years ago, there hasn't been a single launch from Tanegashima. RIP! I haven't even visited this place in like 12 or 13 years. As for why I'm sitting here by myself, it's obviously because the Robotics Club president dragged me here. Akiho's visiting her dad, aka the guy who runs this joint. I was pretty shocked yesterday when she suddenly talked about storming into JAXA. Hey, look, this big door. Must have been so your mom could come visit. Oh my god, Argo, please. Fucking what? You're killing me. Not that I expect that to go very well. I give a wry smile and boot up Kill Ballad again. Yippee! Throw Kojiro again. Yep. I had a feeling.
Oh, Furau Kojiro じゃなくてKojiro Furau だっけ?
Who's Ballad and why do we kill him? These are probably the Ballads and they kill each other. I don't know. Probably. I got pretty nervous at the airport yesterday, didn't I? I never expected Kill Ballad's creator to be a girl, or such a young one at that. Big news today. We met at the airport yesterday, didn't we? Say what? Umishoshi, were you that boy? Terror coincidental, lol. What are those weird words you use? Some sort of foreign language? They don't strike me as net slang. I've never heard a lot of them before. They're words that were popular in At Channel like 10 years ago. That's why she sounds exactly like Daru. Terra, okay. A prefix used for units which mean 10 to the 12th power. It was used as net slangs in the zeros based on this measurement. By adding Terra to the beginning of various words, Particularly adjectives. It gave the words a more terrible or extreme nuance. Channel. Fictional. Japan's most popular anonymous message board. Covers a wide variety of topics from cooking to anime to current events. Its catchphrase is, everything from hacking to tonight's dinner. Nowadays, with the advent of microblogging and other similar applications, channel's not as popular as it once was. She got bit by a 4chan at radioactive spider 10 years ago and absorbed lead slang permanently. It's so funny. I'm dead. I'm dead. 10 years ago. Are you sure you're not actually some geezer? You don't strike me as a high school girl. So I'm told, lol. But the chick you saw yesterday was undoubtedly me, the Kojiro Frau. Or maybe Dado's mom decided to eat more veggies. Yeah. By the way, if you messed up my name, I'm never forgiving you forever, ever, never. That's hard to read. Sure. Yep. I'm really grateful for that program you gave me. I never thought you'd actually cooperate. You really saved my butt. I'm glad you believed me. All hail Goggle! I goggled it just now. Net slang originating in the 2000s. To look something up on the internet. To Google. Yeah. Wowee! Second place! Lol, not bad, lol. I'm happy about it, but also kinda annoyed, to be honest. So what's the big news? The whole me being on Tanegashima thing. But I guess that's hardly big news to you, Mishoshi. Sorry about that. Are you here on vacation or something? You don't have to answer if you don't wanna pry. I just figured I could wreck you some good tourist spots is all. My way of saying thanks to the program. Flirting for the win! Like, no. No, girly, no. No! Netslang originating in the 2000s, short for the win. Hi, talent. Welcome back. How are you enjoying it? Are you having fun? Because I'm not. Used to express this excitement about the subject. I'm not saying we have to meet up in person. I could tell you about something right here. Let's meet up tomorrow. Huh, seriously? There's a program, not this. You're surprisingly trusting. So I might try to take advantage of that one of these days. Seriously though, not shitposting. The only reason I trust you, Mishoshi, is because you're number 5 on the KB leaderboards! What kind of logic is that? What kind of fuck-ass logic is that? Also saying no shitpost is like the worst thing I've ever heard. It's anime logic. It is anime logic. The only reason that I trust you is because you play game good. Netslang originating in 2000. A catch-all term for posts with inane jokes, memes, and other nonsense that has little to no value to a conversation. I don't see the connection. Thank you! Anyway, meet me in front of the old Tanegashima airport tomorrow. Just after 3. Look at all those untrustworthy people not knowing how to play games. Yeah, because the most trusted person in my life is definitely gamers. I'm kidding. Why the old airport? Is this related to the robotics type or something? Legit zero interest in the old airport itself. Also, what does that place have to do with the robotics club? Deets, please. Nah, never mind. I would trust a ninja with my life. No. I love how you're not saying anything, you're just typing. And killing me. Argo's like, time for me to crunch in the chat like a little gremlin. I love that about you, Argo. You are silly. We'll see ya! For our Kojiro has left the room. What? As soon as I put my Pokecom away, Akiho returns. Send your DM on Discord. Wait, did I do something? Ah! Okay. It's okay, just you type away.
意外と早かったね。あと1時間くらいはかかると思ったよ。
だね。全然話になんないよ。
Still funny though.
Yeah. Akio's clearly disappointed.
Also, some of my jokes better land when you read them out loud.
Yeah, I do feel so. And I should definitely also start streaming on my own instead of clinging to you like a 3-year-old.
What? No! Meh.
I'm just saying.
Now I'm angry.
Why? I made fun of myself.
アキちゃんの要求はいくらなんでも無茶すぎだよ。おじさん困ってたんじゃない？
Oh yeah.
お父さんなら絶対食いつくと思ったんだけどな。東京にある本社にお伺い立ててみるとかそういうこともせずにね、いきなり断ったんだよ。もうがっかりしちゃった。頑張るアンクストライカーを出しそうになったよ。
She's starting to get heated up again, which means I need to calm her down lest she complain forever.
ああ、いきなり欲張らずに段階を踏んでいけばいいんじゃない？
Yeah, exactly. Just chillax. Chillax.
身の丈に合ったところからってね。アキちゃんは理想が高すぎるんだよ。
理想は常にビッグに。
I noticed that she didn't put on her glasses this time. I guess that's not one of her usual references. A wry smile still on my face, I stand up and walk to the parking lot where our scooters are, hoping to end the topic. Akio follows a little ways behind me.
今日来なかったスバルには罰として部室の掃除させよう。
Don't even bother.
俺に愚痴るより本人に直接言いなよ。
だっていくらなんでもあんな言い方しなくてもいいのに。 仮にもうちの方が年上なんだよ。
Yeah, but you behave like a little girl. Yeah, just a few hours ago. Akio was talking about storming into TNSC today, but Subaru had a sound argument why he refused to come along.
僕は行きませんよ。ナンセンスですから。
He ain't wrong.
There's such ways with
そもそも
words.
TNSC はロケット発射場なんです。それくらいは間抜けな部長でももちろん理解していますよね。
間抜けって。
Yes.
ロケットを打ち上げる施設とロボット工学の間にどんな関係があるのか教えてほしいですね。
JAXA には宇宙ロボティクス部門っていうれっきとした研究部門が
あることを僕が知らないとでも？もちろん把握しています。当然でしょう。それを前提で話していたんですが、失礼。どうやら食い違いがあったようですね。宇宙ロボティクス部門研究者の助言を得たいなら、東京か筑波へ足を運ぶことをお勧めしますよ。
思い出してもムキーってなるよ。なんであんなにへりくつなんだろう。
へりくつじゃないでしょ。むしろ正論すぎる。
Yeah.
カイはスバルの肩持つの？
No, he was just right. Look at you now.
案の定断られたわけだし。
Pretty much.
態度は生意気だけど、将来有望な後輩だと思うよ。
そりゃうちはダメな部長だけど。
アキちゃんとしては現状のままズルズル行くのは嫌なんでしょ？だったら変化を受け入れることも必要なんじゃない？なんて俺が偉そうに言うことじゃないけどね。
じゃあカイも変化を受け入れてくれる？
変化？
ガンツクワンのパイロット、うちはカイしか考えてないから。
What?
ちょっと待った。パイロットって何それ？初耳なんだけど。
パイロットって言ったらガンツクワンに乗り込んで操縦する役に決まってるでしょ。ロボットアニメの花形、一番目立つところだよ。やっぱりパイロットは男の子であるべきなの。だからうちはあえて身を引いたのさ。
Okay.
前はロボワンでもオペレーターだったんだし、スバルに名誉を譲るのはなんか尺でしょ。
Like, what the fuck is wrong with her?
だからカイに。
You know.
やだよ俺。
やだよ。
なんでもないって。むしろ生贄っていうのがふさわしいね。
何それ？どういう意味？
だってアキちゃんが作った代物でしょうが。どう考えても歩く棺桶でしょう。 命がいくつあっても足りないよ。危なすぎる。なあ、そもそも歩くかどうかも怪しいけど。
That's fair. It does look kind of cursed. Here we go again. Maybe you should just shave your head. She always does this when she doesn't like what I'm saying. Like you storm off ahead of me.
帰りにローソン寄ってくから。
はいはい、お供しますよ。ついでだからね。
And yet we gained absolutely nothing of value today. Absolutely nothing of value was gained. Hidaka Subaru's home. Okay, let's see.
New POV.
ただいま。
Okay. When I get back from school, I spot Dad relaxing in the living room while watching TV. My dad, Hidomu, is a fisherman. He goes out to fish around 3 a.m. and comes home a bit after noon. He doesn't talk much, and he can be pretty stubborn when it comes to traditions, but he provides for the family, and I respect him.
友達と B コープに寄ってたんだ。
そうか。
母さんは？
醤油が切れたらしい。買いに行ってる。
そう。
When I peek into the kitchen, I see that dinner is still in the middle of being made. She'll probably be back soon.
じいちゃんとばあちゃんはまだ畑？
なあ。
父さん、風呂は？
まだだ。
じゃあ沸かしとく。
頼む。
I end the conversation, and just as I start to make my way to my room to change, that stops me in my tracks.
何？
He's still staring at the TV screen. The evening news is on. The newscaster is explaining that Typhoon number 2 is on a path from Okinawa to South Korea.
昨日はいつ帰ってきたんだ？学校に遅刻したそうだな。
ああ。1限目には間に合わなかったんだ。船の時間があるから。
He came with
どう
ship.
しても。
That makes sense.
鹿児島は楽しかったか？
まあね。
その鹿児島の友達というのは付き合いが長いのか？
I'm assuming his dad doesn't like robots, and that's why he's lying. And I understand now. It makes sense. This is all clicking. I hesitate for a moment. Dad's never asked this much about my social life before. Has he figured it out? No, that's impossible.
そこそこには。どうして？
前も何度か鹿児島に遊びに行って月曜の朝に帰ってきたことがあっただろう。
My heart rate spontaneously rises. I suddenly notice that my mouth is completely dry.
日曜のうちに戻ってくるようにはできないのか？学生の本分は勉強だ。学校の授業をおろそかにするような遊び方はするな。
Oh my god.
ごめん。気をつけるよ。
I somehow managed to feign calmness and reply. Man, he has a face and a half. Jesus. That's when Dad switches his gaze from the TV to me.
何？
おととい、東京でロボットの大会があったらしい。
I reflexively swallow my breath. Is there sweat on my forehead? Is there anything unnatural about me right now? Anxiety swirls around inside my chest. I desperately try to make sure that none of it appears on my
その
face.
大会にお前の学校の生徒も出場していたそうだな。
へえ、そうなんだ。知らなかったよ。
I curse in my mind. Sanomiya Akihon Yashio Kaizo. In my head I throw every foul word I can at my incompetent upperclassmen that can't take a hint. What?
お前はそれとは関係ないんだな。
当たり前だよ。
Okay, what is it about robotics? I know for sure that my voice was steady when I answered him. This helps me regain some
ホ
composure.
ビーロボはもうやめたんだ。それが父さんとの約束だろ。
But why? Why did they
心
promise
配し
that?
ないでよ。
Why did he promise that? That sharp gaze feels like it pierces through me, seeing everything. So I avert my eyes, pick up the bag I placed on the
な
floor.
ら
Dad seems to bind my eyes and return his gaze to the TV screen. I retreat into my room. I close the sliding door, and once I'm alone, I take a deep, deep breath. Sigh of relief. It's then that I notice my underarms are soaked in sweat. On the way back from TNSC, after parting with Akiho, I end up coming to this park. I'm feeling kinda sentimental, which is really out of character for me. Must have been that dream this morning, almost 10 years ago, when I watched the rocket launch from here. Why am I remembering now what why am I...
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah. Why am I remembering it now? Who am I kidding? I know why. Because Akio talked about going to TNSC. But I didn't come here to relive old memories. I have one objective at the end of the day. Playing the games.
All the games.
The game. Oh. Touching. Don't worry, I'm already here. It's just, why does it just go?
Nice.
Can you tell that I played Project Diva for a while?
No.
I'm pretty well acquainted with those buttons. That was a pretty gamer move, if I do say so myself.
So when you're going to start play fighting games?
We're gonna check Twipo after this?
Huh?
Wait, what did you say?
I mean, sure. So you're going to start playing fighting games?
Fuck no. Ain't no way. Still getting matched with Tajiringer as a time like this almost feels like the work of some mysterious force.
Ooh.
Like the god of fighting games or something. It's thanks to that god's mechanisms that I end up remembering another scene from my past. When Misane was still a high schooler on the island. About how I felt when I played games with her. Not once did she ever show me any mercy, she just pummeled me into the ground. I was only an elementary schooler at the time too. Talk about immature, right? Or maybe she just hated the very concept of losing. But thanks to that I ended up getting tough, making me into the player I am now. Even though Misane is the barrier I'm trying to overcome. Tajiringer is presently ranked number 4 on the Kill Ballad leaderboards. I actually have a hypothesis about their true identity. I figure it could be Misane out in Tokyo. I occasionally see some of Misane's habit come through in their play. Interesting. Their handle is also mighty suspicious. Tajiringer may be a play on the Senomiya sisters' favorite phrase. This would explain why they never use a VC or reveal their identity. Misane is super popular after all. Anyway, when I imagine Misane quietly playing games like back in the day, it puts a smile on my face. That said, I've never actually looked into this little theory of mine, and I don't plan on doing so. And that's because it'd make me feel really lonesome if I found out it wasn't her. It's more exciting to just enjoy my silly delusion in a vacuum. I suddenly sensed someone's gaze and raised my face from the screen. But there's nobody besides me in the park. It's late after all. It's quiet. The only sounds are those of chirping insects. The message arrival sound suddenly rings out from my Pokecom. It caught me off guard, causing me to panic for a moment. Stellar. I love that. Yep.
Do you agree with this?
Totally. Totally. Very stellar. The message is all garbled. The only readable text is the sender's name, Sister Centipede. I've been getting these messages on occasion for a while now. The weird thing about it is that I only ever get them when I'm in Uchigaoka Park. I figured there must be some kind of prank or something, but I do remember hearing something about this before. Who did I hear it from? A classmate? An old lady in the neighborhood? Or was it some urban legend on the net? Either way, this is how it goes. Uchigaoka Park is haunted. Oh no! All of a sudden my Pokecom screen distorts and freezes up. It doesn't respond when I press the home button. No! For some reason, I'm starting to feel uneasy. Then, a strange sound starts playing from my Pokecom. It's unpleasant, hard on the ears. The sound is enough to disturb my nerves. Although the screen is still frozen, that sound continues to pour out of it. Is it broken? Or I try lightly hitting it, but it doesn't respond. For reasons I can't explain, I look around me. I get the chills and soon realize I have goosebumps. Cut me some slack here. What the fuck are you doing? Not very nice of you. Are you seriously saying that this is supernatural? Is this some kind of joke? Plus, I can't even counterattack. They're chasing me like crazy. In an unwinnable battle like this, retreat is the only option. And I'm not breaking any rules here. They're the one cheesing, not me! I should ask Mizuka-san about ghost rumors the next time. Ah! Jesus. Just now. I totally just saw something that looked humanoid. The sound stops and my Pokecom is responsive again. For some reason, Edo was open. It's at this very moment something appears on screen.
Huh?
A voice. A person's voice. It's already July, so it's not at all cold, but every hair on my body stands straight up as I shiver. Yee! Time to go home. Time to go home right now! Enter the faculty room with the worst timing imaginable and run into the vice principal. I force a stiff smile onto my face and bow slightly. The vice principal likewise gives me a slight nod and walks past me. God, my heart can't take this. This is why I didn't want to come to the faculty room. It's all Michi's fault. Why did he call me here?
Michi!
Michi's casually sitting at his desk, eating delivery soba. Why am I even here?
おい、瀬宮妹、なんで言ったらわかるんだ。先生のことミッチーと呼ぶな。
だったらミッチーも瀬宮妹って呼ばないでよ。
They keep going.
妹は妹だろうが。
ちょっとお箸振り回さないで。おつゆ飛んだ。
What if it leaves a stain? But she doesn't care about oil stains. That's funny.
Yep.
ああ、そうそう。
Michi puts down his chopsticks and turns to face me.
いいか、よく聞け。例のロボワンの賞金のことだけどな。
For some reason, he says this in a hushed voice.
振り込みの日、もう連絡来た？その日が待ち遠しいな。
Our little Tanegashi Machine-san won an impressive second place at ROBO-ONE. Our prize, a whopping 1 million yen. Right after the tournament, I was so busy despairing over the club that it didn't really hit me at the time. Also, with the sponsors, right? This means we're gonna get 2 million, right? That's what they were talking about, how they were gonna double it. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna get 2 million. But now that we're in the clear, that 1 million yen is like a radiant light of hope. It's several times more than the funds I requested from the VP. With that kind of cash, we're basically already won. But apparently there's a lot of paperwork that needs doing, so the cash won't be wired to us for about a month. Of course, since we're students and we entered ROBO-ONE as the Robotics Club, the money is being sent to the school. Either way, that money belongs to the Robotics Club, which means we can use it however we want.
振り込まれたら、真っ先に毒にツケを払って、あとはガンツクワン用のパーツを買い漁る予定なんだ。たぎってきた。
それがな、振り込み自体は来月されるらしいが、手続きがいろいろあってな。特にうちは公立校だから。
お？何が言いたいの？
つまりだな、部費として賞金を使えるようになるのは手続き上来年の4月からになるんだわ。これ豆知識な。
Damn.
来年の4月ってそれじゃうちら卒業してるよ。
お、そうだな。
全然ちっとも意味ないじゃん。万博は来年の2月からなのに、それまでにガンツクワンを完成させなきゃいけないのに。
いいか、瀬宮妹。
Also, that's really unfair. Like, I'm sorry, but this kind of bureaucracy is extremely unfair. Because that means that anyone who was in the club who was a third year, right? Means that they don't get to see a fucking cent of that. The money that they worked to win, right?
Yep.
Like, just imagine this in any other kind of scenario, not just like...
Welcome to the real world.
Welcome to the real world, jackass! I swear to God. That's not fair. That ain't fair at all.
But it's sadly there.
Da, da, da.
何？
金は天下の回り物ってことさ。わかった
No. Shut up! Kai, why is Kai never around at times like this? I want to ruffle his hair up as hard as I can.
まさか教頭先生？また教頭先生の嫌がらせなの？
おい、落ち着けよ。なわけないだろ。
だってこんなの。
I thought we'd finally gotten past our funding
こ
woes.
んな理不尽なのあんまりだよ。せっかく介護頑張ってくれたのに。
It isn't very fair.
こればっかりはな。諦めろ。俺じゃどうにもできん。
Bruh.
Yeah.
Not fair.
じゃあミッチ、100万円貸して。来年部費で返す。
瀬宮妹、いいこと教えてやるぞ。先生な、貯金はゼロだ。
威張るな。
Can we ever get a clean win? Where's Kojiro Frau? I come all the way out to the hangar at an old airport and click my tongue lightly. I'm gonna go on Twitter.
Why, sir?
Can't use the winning is so unfair. Can't pay Doc back, which means all that's left is death. We should just get a part-time job. Replied on Tweepo 25 times. I can't pay Doc back! Play 5 minutes 1-0. Umi show where you go, no club. Akipopopopon. The way they did it was dirty, but that's the way the world goes. Don't feel down, little Senomia! What's the issue of the 46-second freeze yesterday? I was watching Tenny New, you know. I won't tolerate this. I won't! Pissed me off, so I'm gonna stop going to school. It's my first day, but not going anymore. She's funny. Boys are required to keep calm in any situation. Doesn't matter if it's a major disaster or a big old bug crawling around the house. That's what makes you the protector of the family. Please read boys as men.
Amendum. Please read boys as men.
Men. How about you just type it right the first time, man? That's why Twitter needs an edit button.
Boy, man. Boy,
Pokecom,
man.
yeah. Pokecom experiences 46 seconds of radio storm. Over 50 million units affected. Taboo news. Seems like the freeze was all over Japan. It was confirmed in Okinawa and Hokkaido too, but even while that was going on, our neighbors in Russia and Korea weren't affected at all. I think it's a connection that Japan uses, not the Pokemon, not a Pokecom's fault. It's not the Pokemon's fault! It's not his fault!
Nintendo at the Mach 3 space. Did somebody say Pokemon in not?
Yeah, I'm gonna get shanked. They're gonna send a hitman out for me.
The Major's going to send you a letter. Please don't say Pokemon while
you're playing our games. They told us to die. Yeah, I think it's linked to the solar storm. Taboo news. Yes.
Nobody. We said to them that nobody will mistake it with Pokemon, but.
I didn't know there was a big solar storm yesterday. They announced that they're still looking into the problem, so we can't say anything until we hear the results. Ridiculous! Because of that freeze, my business negotiation worth 200 million fell through. I'm gonna sue them!
Dang.
If it fell through in 46 seconds, it wasn't gonna make it in the first place, lol. Real. I thought it was just a Pokecom freezing. If every electronic device froze, people would have died. There are some who were injured. Someone got in an accident following their Pokecom's navigation, right? I think that's kind of whack. Like, how much are you relying on GPS, right?
Like, let's be honest, if electronics got fried in an instant, like, so many people would die because they have no idea how to freaking...
Yeah. I was playing KB and it was about to beat the 14th ranker, but that interference happened and now it doesn't count. What are you going to do about this? I wonder why the Pokecom itself froze, even though it was an electronic storm. Was it set to act like that? I wouldn't care too much if it was one and done, but this can happen again in the future, right? I hope they find the problem and deal with it fast. I can't think of my life without a Pokecom. I can't go back to smartphone now. That's kind of funny. It's kind of useless to me as someone who doesn't have a Pokecom. Hashtag taboo news, damn dude.
Everybody started using Wii U pad.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, yes. I come all the way out to the hangar at the old airport and click my tongue lightly. Don't tell me I'm just another naive dude believing the words of a pretty girl. I've been matched up with Tokyo girls in online battles before, but that's it. It's normal to make IRL plans and then ghost them.
You get played by a Tokyo girl.
I guess I'll just pay Kill Bad and wait. Keep my expectations low. But then I think I hear something. Is it Sister Centipede again? It's a bit too crude of a sound to be her. Sounds like a car horn. But at a time and a place like this, are they calling for me? It's so loud! I decided to go and check out the situation. I turned it down for all.
I love the freaking animals.
Yeah. The old airport parking lot. There's an abandoned hotel between it and the road out front. What a cute little car. They relocated when the airport closed down and it's gone unused ever since. I recognize the light truck parked there. The what now? Thunder Emperor is just a nickname. That's the name the owner of the car gave it. I recognize the man in the driver's seat. For some reason he finds fault in me wearing my school uniform.
いいか、こういう時は汚れてもいいように体操着を着ておくもんだぞ。これ豆知識な。ミッチー何やってんの？見てわかるだろう。廃品回収？いつ教師辞めたわけ？辞めとらん。いいか、先生は今でも先生だ。じゃあ荷台の大量の荷物は何なの？引っ越しだ。たく京都め。絶対にロボワンの時の当てつけだよな。
Okay. Moving, huh? Well, I have a pretty good idea who's doing the moving. Looks like I've been tricked.
いいか、ヤシオ、覚えとけ。長いものには巻かれろだ。
Oh, oops. I clicked the wrong button.
No.
Yeah, I clicked the Windows button instead of space.
Damn.
As Michi gets out of the car, he says something entirely unbecoming of an educator.
学生の頃はまだ生きがっててもいいがな。社会に出たら偉いものに媚びへつらう。それでこそ円滑な仕事関係が築けるってもんだ。
Bruh.
これは豆知識じゃねえぞ。処世術だ。わかるな？わかるけど、仮にも教師がそういうこと言う。先生は本音で語る教師なんだ。だから尊敬してもいいんだぞ。
No. Not happening. I ignore Michi and look around. As expected, there's no sign of Kojiro or Frau.
お前は古氷とはどこで知り合ったんだ？
Huh?
古氷?
Oh, because you can't say it? Who the heck is that? I feel like I've seen that name before, but wait.
Luna, stop. Stop.
この前東京に行った時か。
Or is that her actual name?
Yeah, I was going to ask,
Yeah.
do you think Frau Kojiro is her actual name?
No. I just thought that was like, that might have been like
Who
the
would know her real name?
But yeah, I understand that she was at the school, and now I understand that she got a lift from him.
Yeah.
But what I thought was that they had just met and she had told him her name was Frau Kojiro, and he just couldn't pronounce it. Okay?
That's fair. That's very fair. We're talking about Michi.
Okay.
That's a fair assessment.
Thank you. Thank you. I wasn't making the assumption that he wouldn't know her real name. I wasn't sure if they'd even met, but now I understand.
I was making an assumption like he's dumb.
Yes, I was making an assumption that he's an idiot. Furugori, that makes sense. For some reason, Michi's grinning at me. What a pain. Maybe I should bail before it's too late.
俺は古氷なんて人は知らないから帰るよ。
Nami! Yeah, that's accurate. I hear what sounds like a girl shrieking nearby. After what happened at Utsugaoka Park yesterday, I reflexively raised my guard. The voice came from Thunder Emperor's truck bed. There are multiple large boxes stacked up on top of it. I cautiously peek inside. What is she doing? It is there that I find Kojiro Frau sprawled out between the boxes, a sickly expression on her face. Isn't there space in the front? That's accurate. What the fuck?
No, I give up. This is what he's doing.
もうやだこの島絶対に許さない。
何してるかって聞いてるんだけどね。
そこのガチムチ教師の運転が荒すぎてコーラ吹いた。軽く死ぬる。
As usual, the way she uses her words is confusing as hell. Is this fashionable in Tokyo or something? No. It's like, could you imagine someone walking around today using slang from 2010? It would be unfucking bearable. I don't remember hearing anyone talk like her when I was there.
PC が大事だから抱えて荷台に乗るとか言い出してな。 西の表の港からここまでずっとゴロゴロ転がってたんだよ。
Okay. So she's okay.
でもな、ヤシオならわかるだろ。先生は至って安全運転だったぜ。
No.
ミッチーは法定速度は守るけど運転荒いからね。
If you sit in the passenger seat, it's manageable, but the back, she must have gotten whipped around. No wonder she's sick.
でさ、君って本名なんていうの？
コウジロフラン、17歳。
Okay.
キリ。
I suppose I can find out just by looking at her tag.
ちなみに先月17になったばっかりなんです。ついに私も永遠の17歳ですぞ。
Well, I can't poke up Iruo yet. But now I know. Yeah, yeah.
アホっぽい名前だから先生はすぐ覚えたぞ。
I mean, she didn't pick it. No need to be mean. Furugori Kona. Yeah, like I can see how she got Frau Kojiro from that.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of fun. Then I guess Kojiro Frau is her pen name. Yes. I hope you didn't think that was her actual name. Like, I didn't. I just didn't know whether Michi would actually know her real name or just be an idiot.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. Don't worry.
Shit. Yeah. So cute. Yeah. Nestling used the 2000. Show us for further details, please. Nestling used in the 2000, pronounced Dokyun, used to refer to people who were stupid, antisocial, or delinquents. Yeah, something like that.
はいはい、わかった。これじゃ話進まないからさ、とりあえず荷台から降りてよ、コナンちゃん。
その名前で呼ぶとか嫌がらせすぐる。
After pulling Frau out of the truck bed, it seems she can barely stand. She's like, ugh. Yeah. Wow, there she is. She looks great. Age 17, Shiro Tanegashima High Information Processing Course. Years 2, Class 1. For more detailed please no request. Okay. Subaru-Samber. Subaru-san. Oh my god. This is registered by Nagafugata Mitsuhiko. Registration expires July 2019. Founder Emperor. Terra nasty. This slang used in the 2000. By using Terra as a prefix to nasty, it becomes an extremely hyperbolic way to call something disgusting. Come on, girl. She certainly looks ill. She's been hanging her head the whole time, too. She's not even trying to make eye contact.
今更気づいたけど、うちの高校の制服着てるね。なんで？
うちの学校に転校してきたからに決まってるだろ。俺は豆知識でもなんでもねえぞ、ヤシオ。
転校？
Is that why she moved here? Why don't I see her parents anywhere?
それでどこに引っ越すわけ？
ここに決まってるでしょ。上皇。
She points to the abandoned hotel in front of us. What?
ここ廃墟なんだけど。
買い取りました。
誰が？
それは私です。
お金は？
昼バラで稼いだ金、うん千万あった。それほとんどつぎ込んだし。
KB only costs 115 yen, but even at that price with tens of millions of downloads, she must have made a ton. You just said it! 115 times tens of million. So that's a billion. That's a billion yen. Like, do the math. Aren't you a gamer? Do the math.
Do the math, not math.
Yeah. She's like night and day compared to Akiho and her completes over 10,000 yen parts. Ah, I see. We're gonna use her money, are we? But geez, she seriously bought this old place and had plans to live here. What in the world is she thinking? Get started on what? Oh, she was just like, oh, let's go on a date so you can help me move in. What a sneaky little girl. Love her. I have a bad feeling about this.
とっとと荷物運び終わらせて、とっとと帰る。これ豆知識な。
I knew this had to do with helping her move. Come on, give me a break. I got called out here just to do this. I need to escape as soon as possible.
俺用事を思い出したから帰らせてもらうわ。
The frog grabs the cuff of my shirt. She's still avoiding eye contact. All she does is look at the cuff of my shirt with a sickly expression on her face. Damn it, she's not gonna let me escape. No! Free me! Fine, we'll do this the hard way. What do you mean the hard way? What does that mean? What?
どうしても俺に頼みたいって言うなら。
I press Frau's hand away and look her in the eyes. Oh my god. Our eyes meet for a moment and Frau immediately averts her gaze. I slowly pull my Pokecom out of the bag at my waist.
俺と勝負して勝ってからに。
プログラム提供してあげた件について。借りは返すべきでしょ、長考。見返りなしで助けてあげるほど綺麗なフラウタンではないのだぜ。
She's so dumb. Oh, she's great. The animations are very cute. I can't argue with that. I put my Pokecom away. I get it. I get it. I've moved before. I get it. I put the box on the floor and raised both fists into the air. In the end, I made over 10 trips. Her stuff was way too heavy. I can barely move my arms at this point. What on earth did she pack? Oh, by the way, last time I moved basically like everything but my big furniture all on my own. Like I couldn't very well, like I'm not very strong. Like you might notice I have the most noodly arms. Yeah.
What? No.
Yeah. I'm a poet, not a brawler, you know? So basically what I did was that our area, this is a fun story, our area has basically it's like this little like wagon almost, like you've seen it before, right, Agro?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So it's basically like this little, it's like a flat bed, like there's no like corners or any like cover. It's just a flat piece of wood on a metal frame with 4 wheels and like a handle in one end, and you pull it like with your hand, and I put all my stuff on it and moved it because I was only moving about 100 meters on the same street. So I just went back and forth with the little wagon. It was actually kind of fun, not gonna lie. Even if it was very heavy and very tiring.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do all of it because I couldn't lift because you have to lift the stuff onto the bed to get it there, right? But some things I was not able to lift on my own. It's just physically impossible, you know? So I needed help for the last stuff, and that's what we did that. And you can just borrow it. Like, you just ask, and then they give you the key to the chain that they chain it up with. And then you can just borrow it for as long as you need, and then you just give back the keys, basically. It's actually like we live in a pretty decent place, not gonna lie. What on earth did she pack? Not only that, but she made the absurd request to carry them to the corner of room on the 3rd floor. Oh. The elevator doesn't work and the halls are filled with trash, making it hard to walk. Is this some kind of harassment?
いい汗かいたな。これぞ青春ってやつかもな。とっておきの言葉を教えてやるぞ。
No.
フルゴーリー。
No.
汗をかいた分だけ人は優しくなれるんだ。
あ、そう。
I don't have the mental strength to listen to him. I'm doing all I can to catch my breath and avoid an attack. I don't want to put a burden on my body. Plus, Akio isn't here right now. I just squat down in place and breathe.
Tonks.
You hear a voice from somewhere. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen Frau in a while. Where is she? I look around the room. My eyes eventually stop on her, holding her knees, balled up in the corner of the room. She kind of looks like some sort of ghost bound to the hotel or something.
Tonks って何?
Thanks. Okay.
Huh?
What? Frau mutters and lightly punches the wall. I feel like someone like Kai would at least understand Otsu, but apparently he doesn't.
Iraka. This is so dumb. Wall punch! Nestling originating in the 2000s. Used when someone gets so annoyed or frustrated that they want to punch a wall. Most other employee with the user feel envious of someone else. Other variations of this include head desk, where someone wants to bash their head onto a desk. Table flip, where someone wants to flip over a table. And face palm, where someone wants to smack themselves due to someone else's stupidity. Lovely. The reason I don't get anything is because Frau uses too much net slang from 10 years ago. And hey, I helped her out, didn't I? Why is she snapping back at me? Just for the record, the walls and floor of the room are a crazy rundown. This really does look like a room in an abandoned building. If I wasn't so worried about having an attack, I'd never want to sit down on the floor.
こんなところに住むつもり？
そのつもりですが何か。
She's serious.
明日改装業者入れる予定。あとセキュリティ最優先事項。何しろ私の PC 超絶スーパーハイスペックなわけで。
I see, I see.
はいじゃなくてはいな。
はい。
ここ重要。あとキルバラのオリジナルのソースコードとか入ってるし。ついでに言うと私がこれまでに集めまくった腐った画像とか軽く1テラ超えてるっつうかっていう。
Wow, relatable. And I don't like just having like terabytes of shit. You have no idea what the fuck it is. But she probably keeps her folders organized, not like me. By the way, I need to organize my folders. Can you tell?
I'm afraid if you, I'm kind of afraid if you do that, you won't be able to find anything anymore.
Yes, that's the thing I'm thinking. The only thing that's organized is my OC folder. That's it.
Because I feel like you start to organize it and it kind of is nice, and then your muscle memory won't check.
Yeah, like the only thing that's organized is the folder for my VTuber stuff because I made it recently. And the folder for my OCs, which I also made kind of recently. Everything else is just a bloody mess.
It's good if you go through your folders to realize what you even have.
Yeah, like that's where I am. I got a bunch of pictures I just want to shove somewhere far away.
Wow.
And by that I don't mean like weird pictures, I mean like old pictures of me that I don't want to look at. I'm like that picture of me when I was 13, I'm like, no. No. I don't want to look at it.
Yeah.
Dead Fred.
知らないよ。なんで一人で切れてるんだよ。
というわけで、やられる前にやれの法則。絶対に誰も突破できないようなトラップだらけのセキュリティシステムにして引きこもる。つまり自宅警備員こそ最強。
Okay. All hail NEET. NEET, a term originating in the late 1990s, short for not an education, employment, or training. Employed by those who don't have a stable job and stay at home all day in order to refer to themselves in a self-deprecating way.
でもさ、こんな広いところに一人で住むわけ？だったらハイホテルじゃなくて普通の家でよかったんじゃ？
だが断る。
She is basically just Daru.
この廃墟な感じが燃えるんだろう、上皇。
She's an channeler of 2010.
Yeah. Daru.
あとはジーパンに上半身裸のイケメンキボンね。アンニョイな表情で鏡にパンチとかさせれば思考。
She's funny. I ignore whatever I don't understand.
少なくともパパは東京。
Okay. What a strange way of phrasing that.
母親は？
Frau goes quiet, so I shoot Bitchy a questioning look instead.
Oh.
Of course he doesn't take the hint. He's asleep. As a fool for expecting anything from such a worthless teacher.
母親は？
I tried asking again. Frau turns her gaze to the scenery outside of the window. I see the side of her face.
ママは？
She hasn't finished speaking, but just judging by her expression, Frau looks tremendously lonely. I brace myself to hear the rest of her answer. But all she does is smile at me. Asshole. Aki!
Also, like, if you describe like how people treat Michi, right? You think, wow, they're very rude to him. Then you see Michi, wow, he's useless.
Yeah, no, but it's also just like he isn't exactly nice back, you know? Like...
Yep.
頑張れる試作1号機をまともに動か
But
す
yeah,
た
the
めの
patch
メモ
also translated this stuff.
Yeah. One, rework prototype Model 1's design. Strip away all unnecessary part. Remove the inner cockpit. Change to remote control. Remove the exterior. Interesting.
何これ
僕なりにまとめてみた提案です。
Damn,
Also,
he
I
actually
do like that he's sort of... Because he kind of, deep down, he does want to do this robotic stuff, right? But there's like something going on with his dad.
Like, you can kind of see why he didn't
Yeah.
want to join, right?
Yeah, because if he joins, then his dad would probably find out. Or something.
It's kind of basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he doesn't want to because then you kind of obvious that he's still in robotics, right? It's like.
Yeah. It's kind of sad. 4 days after joining the club, Subaru finally visited the club room by his own will. But as soon as he appeared, he gave me these notes. Most people don't hand out stuff like this on paper these days, so I'm a little surprised. I think it's a good idea. We follow the fucking... What was his name? Boto? No. I'm dying.
No, don't die.
Give me a second. Come on. Please tell me I'm remembering his name correctly, otherwise I'm gonna cry! Can you just give me the...
No.
Give me the list! Give me the list!
Gib.
Gib! Give me! Or I will get mad! Or get so mad!
No, I don't want Lune to be mad. I'm getting
okay, not you, not you, not you, not you. Definitely not you, not you, not you.
God knows you.
I was correct! Go Torenya! Yes! Sorry.
Nani? What?
Hello, Juicy!
Oh, we're talking about 13 Sentinels?
Yes!
Yeah.
I was gonna say, we do like go Torenya and take physical notes in this class, okay? Thank you. That's a very, very layered reference.
Very. It was so layered I had to unravel it myself.
Yeah, and he even played the game. I did too. I
You
was
did?
watching.
You played this?
Yeah, do you not remember? I played it. Wait.
You played this?
Yeah, right?
You played this?
On Emu. You remember?
Sekai?
Am I being gaslit again?
No, I'm just not sure you actually played it through.
Didn't we?
Did you?
I don't remember.
Because if you're claiming that you played it through while I was watching, that it didn't happen.
Okay, I played most of it! Can we agree on that?
But you watched all of it.
Yeah. We might have watched the ending. I don't remember exactly how it happened.
No, you watched the ending. I played it through. I owned the game on PlayStation 4. But I played it through in the times when we didn't play games together fully.
Yeah, and then I played it on the Emu.
Yeah, but you didn't finish it whole through.
I played most of it!
Yeah!
On Emu! And then we watched the ending! Stop bullying me!
Speaking of vanilla war games, we finished Unicorn Overlord not long
We
ago.
finished Unicorn Overlord, yippee!
And this thing, we actually did play through fully.
Shut up. I'm gonna kick you in the butt. But... Anyway, we take physical notes like Go Torenya, okay?
せっかく部室に来たんだからくつろいでいてくれていいのに。あ、スコール飲む？
こんなウサギ小屋以下の環境で。
Because I'm just going to tell you guys, because in something that is basically something that a hacker or something, because digital data can be changed and hacked, right?
Yeah.
But handwritten notes cannot, and you cannot change the,
Yeah.
the content of it.
Yeah. I think we might have just given up on that and been like, okay, we'll watch the ending. Or something. Cramped shack. Well, this place was a storage room once, so he's not that far off.
案外人は環境に適応できる生き物なのさ。 ガンスクワンを作るならハンガーがあるしね。物質の場所にはそんなにこだわらないかな。
そうですか。そういう考え方自体、負け犬根性が染みついているということですね。惨めさ丸出しですよ。
Like, I applaud he is able to get under her skin so badly.
Yeah, and so effortlessly too. Like he's
Yeah, he
cold.
precisely thinks exactly what hurts the most for Aki.
Yeah.
僕は部長のぬるま湯に使ったようなやり方に付き合うつもりはありませんから。相手が先輩だろうと部長だろうと、そんな立場は一切考慮しません。そのつもりで提案を見てください。
That's very fair, Subaru. You're the only one here that actually knows what the fuck he's doing.
そう言っても30分近く経ってるんですが。
おかしいな。書いて部活サボることはこれまでなかったんだよ。まあ、部活のことはちっとも手伝ってくれないけど。
Seriously, where did he go? He vanished right after class yesterday too. He's not answering my calls or messages. I feel like this has ever happened before. I'm feeling weird about this. Maybe it's because we're always together.
You can kind of see how different this is, but I'm glad you're liking it.
Yeah. It's still funny. They write funny dialogue, like... the looks about us giving me just screams, get on with it!
わかったよ。読むってば。でもメールでくれればよかったのに。
メールアドレス知りませんから。
聞いてくれれば教えたよ。
いちいち聞くのも面倒だった。
I resist the urge to tell him off while I look over the proposal. Let's see.
口頭でも説明します。
そうして。
I don't actually have to read it.
具体的に何が言いたいかというと、試作1号機の設計コンセプトの変更です。
変更って。
昨日部長が渡してくれた設計図を見せてもらいましたが、予想通り時代遅れの代物でした。
I mean, yeah. The way he puts it makes me really angry.
それは仕方ないよ。設計図が書かれたのは9年前なんだもん。
ええ、10年前に高校生が書いたにしては悪くない。それだけです。
10年前じゃなくて9年前。
Does it matter?
10年前の巨大ロボットといえば、ただ立ってるだけ。またはせいぜい首が動くだけでよかった。お台場に立ってたガンバムみたいにね。でも今は違います。ロボットブームだって騒がれてるぐらいなんですから。
Oh yeah.
世界各国が国家プロジェクトとして大金をつぎ込んで巨大ロボットを作ってる。そういう時代です。こんな状況でロボ部は生意気にも万博に出展することを目論んでいる。そうですね。
もちろん。そして出るからには勝つ。チャキーン。
What is he doing?
今鼻で笑った。
寝るは寝ていえという言葉を部長には送りますよ。
性格悪。
さっき言いましたよね。たとえ相手が先輩だろうと部長だろうと、そんな立場は一切考慮しないと。さすがに国家プロジェクトで作っているロボットに勝つ方法なんてありません。予算の規模、関わってる人数、どちらも桁違いの差がありますから。
I know where we can get the funding. I know a billionaire.
巨大ロボット。例えばガンバムを本気で作る場合、どれだけのお金がかかるか知っていますか
？1000万円くらい
？10年くらい前の資産ですが、材料費だけで約800億円です。さすがにガンバムはファンタジすぎるので、各国が今作っているロボはもう少し控えめの予算でしょうが、それでも100億は下らないでしょうね。現実について思い知ってもらえましたか？
はい。
ちなみに試作1号機は今のところどれくらいのお金を使ったんですか
？Most of his exterior was constructed using reprocessed scrap the club got for free. The only thing we spend money on are the servo motors and the waste. With all that considered...
全部で100万円くらいかな。ロボワンの賞金が来月すぐに使えたなら開発費はこの倍になったんだけど。
But I'm trying not to think about that anymore. If I do, I don't know if I'll be able to stop myself from busting down the door to the principal's office. I'm not gonna let this get me down. Heck to the
100
no.
万円も200万円も変わりませんよ。
Yeah.
各国のロボに比べればどちらもはした金です。
He's fucked. The whole gang is fucked. We are fucked. Subaru's merciless words pierce my
それ
chest.
でも万博に出展するというなら、せめて歩行可能ぐらいにはしておかないと話。
今の設計図でも歩くようになってるし。
残念ながら僕の予想ではあれは歩けませんね。
Yeah.
なんで？
設計図通りに作ってないからです。
いや、そんなことは。
逆に聞きますが、部長は設計図通りに作っていると胸を張って言えますか？あの試作1号機を。
Oof.
当たり前だよ。作ってるよ。
いいえ、作ってませんね。
Yeah. Subaru pulls out the gun build one blueprints on his Pokécom, then shoves the screen right up to my nose.
この書き足しは何です？
それは歴代のロボ部員がいろいろ改良を。
改悪でしょ。
Yeah.
お金もパーツもない状況でやりくりしなくちゃいけないんだから大変なの。希望通りの大きさの材料がもらえるとも限らないし、加工するのだって簡単じゃないし、譲ってもらえた材料をちょっとでも無駄なく使い切ろうとしていろいろ工夫してやったらああなったって。うちは前の部長からそう教わったし、前の部長はその前の部長から教わってきたんだから。
I see.
つまり要約すると、設計図通りには作っていない。
まあ、要約すれば。
おかげで随分といびつな形になり下がってますよ。
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
こ
looking.
のロボがかわいそうだと言っておきます。
Like, when I was. Because I know we just saw, like, part of the foot, essentially, right?
Yeah.
Or, like, whatever. But when I saw these blueprints, I was like, that looks nothing like what we saw earlier.
じゃあこの書き足しを全部消して最初の設計図通りに戻せば。
戻せるんですか？もう試作1号機はかなり出来上がっているんでしょ
7割くらいは。
だったらナンセンスですよ。
じゃあスバルはどうしたいわけ？
I'm clearly upset with him, but his expression stays the same.
設計図そのもの、それとこれまでに組み立てた試作1号機の。
Subaru seems to purposely pause. He then pushes the glasses up with a finger.
破棄です。
I don't my ears. I can't believe it. I never thought for a moment that he would say those words.
何しれっと言っちゃってんの？せっかく教頭先生に処分されちゃうピンチを免れたっていうのに、まさかスバル教頭先生の回し者？
そう思いたいならどうぞ。
He laughed at me again.
最初から作り直した方が早いとここまでのディスカッションで理解してもらえたはずですが。
What discussion? Subaru's just been going on and on about his own ideas. That's what he said he was gonna do, Aki, but
設
okay.
計は僕がします。無駄な部分は徹底的に排除する。具体的にはそこのメモにも書いておきましたが、2点あります。その1、内蔵コックピットの排除。今は遠隔操縦タイプが主流ですし、オペレーターが乗り込むことに合理性はありません。
Also, it's unsafe. Like, I gotta be real with you.
ストップ！コックピットなくすって正気？オリジナルの頑張れるだって元気くんがちゃんと乗って操縦してるよ。
It's an anime! Girl,
Anime's real.
I love anime as much as the next NB, but come on!
巨大ロボは乗り込んでこそでしょ。
部長は鉄人28号を否定すると？
そうじゃなくて、
そもそもガンバレルをモデルにすることにも僕は否定的なんですがね。どうせモデルにするならせめてもっとリアルで再現のしやすそうな機体にすべきです。カートルーパーはデザインの時点で嘘をつきすぎている。
カートルーパーじゃなくてカートルーパー。
Subaru couldn't care less about my correction.
でもそれについては別にどうでもいいです。どっちにしろ無意味になりますから。
どういうこ
提案その2として外装を取っ払います。
と？ 外装って側ってこと？
Yes. I never even considered that. Why? Because it's a terrible idea.
設計図段階から試作1号機は重量の問題をクリアできていません。ここまで組み立てたものは設計図に比べてもかなり足が太くなったようですが、それでも自立するだけで精一杯でしょう。歩けるようにするには大幅な軽量化が必要です。そして今のところ最も無駄なものは外装です。
だって側を外したら骨組みだけになっちゃう。
He's not a human.
それじゃ頑張れるってわかんないよ。大地、かっこ悪い。
かっこいいとかかっこ悪いとかの話じゃありません。動かなければただの鉄くずだということです。
そもそもコクピットも側もなかったら上半身作る意味ないじゃん。
If the cockpit was removed from Gun Build 1, it'd be no better than paper mache. The inside would be hollow.
それにほら、防御力だって落ちるし。
He's not a fighting robot!
防御力？なんでそれ？
防御力は防御力だよ。鎧みたいな。
部長は何と戦うつもりですか？
I know, right?
万博では巨大ロボット同士がロボアンのように戦うとでも？
Hearing him say it out loud is the first time it actually dawns on me. I've been working on Gun Build 1 for over 2 years now. I think it took me this long to realize it.
そっか。戦わないんだ。
Oh my fucking god. I need her. I need someone to just grab her. Please. Just be like, girl, please listen. Girl, you gotta listen. Ah! I'm sorry. I needed to get that out of my system.
Yeah, that was definitely, yeah.
The expo only has demos. While there are no set rules for the content of said demos, I doubt fighting is allowed.
見過ぎですね。僕より年上なのに情けない。
何を
In this case, he's right.
正義の巨大ロボを戦うのが基本でしょ。悪い敵をバッタバッタとなぎ倒すために存在するんだから。
I gotta be real with you. Subaru's also a little shit, but I have his side here.
ただの巨大ロボだよ。また鼻で笑ったし。
正義なんていう価値観は相対的なものでしょう。そもそも今の巨大ロボット開発にそんな価値観は無意味です。悪い宇宙人やらマッドサイエンティストによって地球が滅びそうになっているとでも？
Yes.
そんなアニメみたいな展開は現実のどこを探したって見つかりませんよ。あるのは純粋な開発競争です。技術力の最先端を惜しみなく注ぎ込んでね。
いや、その別に正義っていうところにはそんなにこだわりはないんだけど。
Truth be told, it's simply because Biggs is modeled after Gun Barrel, that's all. Gun Barrel is a giant robot of justice, so if you want to build Gun Barrel, that'd mean the Robotics Club is building a giant robot of justice by extension.
正義のは雰囲気だよ、雰囲気。
いずれにせよ、正義だろうとなんだろうと万博では戦いませんから。部長が巨大ロボに対してそういう幼稚な捉え方しかできないなら、今すぐロボ部を解散すべきですね。その主張を万博会場で言ったら世界中から笑い物ですよ。
That's fair. Subaru shrugs his shoulders and grins at me. This pug is basically an enemy villain. I knew he was not hard to handle, but I didn't think he'd be this much of a jerk face. He's just...
ちなみに、
He's being asked...
回り型組み立てた試作1号機ですが、そっちについては全ばらしにします。パーツの大部分を流用することで予算のなさをカバーするわけです。
I take a deep breath and hand the proposal back to Subaru.
認めません。
僕のここまでの話を聞いても？
認めないったら認めない。
それであんな欠陥だらけで歩行もできない試作1号機を万博に持っていくと。
そんな言い方しないで。
Before I realized it myself, I've snapped. It felt like he was making fun of Big Sis, and so I couldn't take it anymore.
ひどい言い方しないでよ。
It's so frustrating that it almost makes me cry, but I resist the urge.
1は歴代のロボ部員のみんながコツコツと頑張って作ってきたものなの。ロボ部の歴史と同じなの。 それを簡単に捨てるとかバラすとかできるわけないよ。うちはあの子を万博に連れて行きたい。お姉ちゃんが始めてみんなが頑張ってきた9年間の思いだからその結晶だから。だからスバルの言ったことは全部却下。
ナンセンスですね。
ナンセンスかどうかなんて知らない。これは部長命令。
I stare at him in the eyes and declare it as clearly and concisely. After giving me a cold look for a moment, Sabata shrugs his shoulder slightly.
そういうことならこれ以上は何も言いませんよ。本来だったらこんな提案もせずにいきなり退部届を叩きつけてもよかったんですが。
退部なんてしちゃダメだよ。
しませんよ。したらヤシオ先輩がプレアデスの正体をばらすんでしょ。
さあ、その通り。
なので部には残りますが、部員として必要最低限の務めは今ので果たしましたから。
Subaru turns his back to
あ
me.
とは僕も好きにやらせてもらいます。部長の手伝いをするつもりはありませんので、失礼します。
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I mean, what did she expect would happen?
Yeah.
He's like, here I come with a proposal, and then she's like, fuck you, reject it, and then he's like, okay, I helped out, you don't want it, I'll leave. What did you expect would happen when you treat someone like that? Like, yeah, I understand he's an ass about it, but also you don't explain to him why you're upset. To him, he's not making fun of your sister. He's just saying, this robot ain't gonna make it. It's not gonna work. And it just bothers me that she won't talk, that nobody talks. Nobody ever talks. I head to Kai's spot in the shade of the tree and space out while staring at the blueprints that Big Sis drew up. I joined the robotics club precisely because these blueprints and ROBO-ONE were here. He's one of the few things that Big Sis left behind on the island, proof that she was once here. I can never get rid of that. Gun, bam, gun! Okay. Good place to end. Guess he's gonna ask about ghost stories.
Yeah.
We're just gonna... Oh, no. We're just gonna read the gun bam. Short for Mobile Jacket Gun Bam, a seminal work of mecha anime. The first series aired in the late 1970s, and there have been many sequels and spin-offs produced since. Gun Bam! Megantor number 28. Oh, this is a spoof on... I know what this is a spoof on. A mecha manga published from the 1950s to the 1960s. It was later adapted into an anime as well as a live-action drama. A masterpiece from the dawn of mecha anime, it received multiple remakes throughout the years. A story about a boy who controls a giant robot remotely and fights for peace. I know what this is called, but I can't remember the name of the anime. For the life of me. Okay. We did it, boys!
We did?
We made it! Woo! Now I can exit the game. Okay. Damn, okay. Yeah, we did a lot. We did a lot. 14 hours. We're 14 hours in. So, yippee.
Damn.
Yep, it's quite the achievement, I guess. We finally got the intro.
Yeah, you got the intro. We started the game.
Yeah, okay, I'm just looking to see what people are playing.
Games.
I suppose we'll rate Kaya, who's playing Ratchet and Clank. Robots. Does that count? Oh, I typed wrong. Oh well, that's incorrect. I typed it right and then I accidentally deleted the last letter. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. We'll be back on Saturday, where we will be playing Baldur's Gate, and following that, we will be probably playing SMT Vengeance for a little bit, since we won't be able to stream Baldur's Gate that long. So we're just gonna like drag the stream a little bit, maybe have some food in between, just chillax, have fun, since it's a Twitch-only stream anyway. So I hope you'll join us for that, and I will see you then. Goodbye and good night. Good night, Juicy. Good night. I hope you sleep well, or whatever you need. I hope you had fun tonight, and I will see you guys. Goodbye.